All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Love Crossing Borders. I know normally we have on Sunday evening, we have our girl Andrea along with us, but she's feeling a little under the weather. So it's just going to be me. It's just going to be you. Got a good topic for you guys this evening. This particular topic talks about being secure in your relationship, especially if you got a passport. A lot of guys travel, or let's start over. A lot of guys have an opportunity to find love in their own country, and yet somehow, some way, they don't. Also for the ladies. And so you decide to take advantage of using your passport. But then when you come to another country and build a relationship, somehow it falls apart because you were too insecure in the relationship. It is not easy to be in a relationship in your own country, and it's even harder to be in a relationship with the other person being in another country. So we're going to talk about how you can be in relationships or even date women here in Colombia without coming across as insecure. Because one of the things that's a number one turnoff to women in Colombia is an insecure person or insecure man or insecure woman. So we're going to talk about at least 10 to 12 things that you can do to keep from coming across as that insecure person. Because one thing they like here is a man that knows himself, know what direction they're going to take their relationship. But if you're insecure, listen, the ladies will have nothing to do with you in Colombia, and then you got to be stuck with pay for play. But before we get started with that, guys, let's go to the first of all, make sure you click that like button. I thank you for that. Happy Easter, Jay. Happy Easter to all of you. Happy Resurrection Day. Happy Easter egg hunting day. Even though I know in the United States, there's going to be a limited amount of eggs that'll be hunted. And usually those eggs that are hunted might just go back into the refrigerator. But my point is, happy Easter. And I'm glad that you guys have made it here today. Let me give another shout out to while everybody else is starting to come in. No excuses is in the building, representing. Congratulations once again, brother. I know it's been a couple of weeks since you've been on the other side of the broom in the marriage life. Now that you're Lord of the Ring, I know that you're excited. Congratulations to you and your new bride over the past couple of weeks, man. And I'm glad that you even have understand what it's like to be in a relationship and be married now to somebody in Colombia. So congratulations to you again, man. I'm happy for you. Global Paper, hey, that's the man right there. Brazil or die, investments or die. That's absolutely correct. I already know what the man gonna say. Models and bottles. Yeah, yeah. Happy Easter to you too. Everybody else, happy Easter as well. All right, what's up, Alex? In the building, representing. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm glad that you made it, Mr. Clark. All right. Let's hit that like button. Yeah, as we come in. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Asher's in the building as well. What's up, everyone? You guys are representing today. All right. Now, this past Friday, we're going to break this one up into two-part video. This past Friday, I talked about the topic of the scams that are going on with these dating sites or these dating agencies. In other words, these agencies are charging men to find love in other countries, whether it be Ukraine, whether it be Mexico, or whether it be here in Colombia. Got these guys thinking that they have an opportunity to find love. And you come to find out that a lot of them are multi-million-dollar scams, and a lot of men have lost a lot of money in regards to this. Actually, Andre came across one of the romance scams, and it'll amaze you. It's a video I'm going to show you guys, and it'll amaze you how much money individuals have been losing and what all they've lost trying to find love in other countries, and come to find out that many of these agencies and many of these sites are nothing but scams. So I'm going to pull that information up for you guys because I want you to see it, and it's a real good video. All right, so I've got that pulled up. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to start that at the 5-minute mark because I want you guys to actually see what I'm talking about. And it's so sad. I mean, so sad. Remember this past Friday, I talked about how they charged the guy 7 to 25 minutes For every email you send the woman and the woman sends back to you, you get charged $7 for that. That doesn't include the entry fee. Like I mentioned before, the gentleman that I know that got involved in this, he's suing right now one of the companies that he was involved with because he ended up coming out of thousands of dollars, almost $10,000, trying to find love here in Colombia. And then when he decided to come to Colombia, the person who he really wanted lived in Cali, but this person actually didn't exist. This was just a telemarketer that existed, not a real person. So the whole time he thought he was communicating with a real person because they never let you video chat. The whole time he's thinking he's talking to a real person, the whole time all he was doing was talking to a customer service agent. The guy actually was falling in love with a customer service agent, just like I believe it was Asher who came up talking about the concept of how the old school, or was it Charles last Friday, talked about how they came in with the old school, the 1-800 hotlines, the 1-800 sex lines, the 1-800 triple X lines, telephone lines where guys used to call in and pay millions of dollars to talk to women and think that these women were so sexy, and come to find out these were just everyday women that had at home as telemarketers. So we're gonna show this video to you guys right about now. Let you guys see this. We're gonna discuss this video in a second. Let me turn this on. Let me turn me off first. Put myself on mute.
News 8 on your side continues to follow one of the fastest growing scams in the country, romance scams. These scams have nearly doubled during the pandemic, and they're becoming more sophisticated with each passing day. This week, 4 people were charged by the U.S. Justice Department for running a series of romance scams that con victims out of more than $6 million. One of the suspects, Nana Yaw Martho of Virginia, allegedly transferred more than $4.7 million that he scammed to bank accounts throughout the world. Also charged was a man from New Jersey and 2 sisters from Maryland. One of the victims in this case sold their home to send more money to the scammers. Many victims of romance scams don't report their losses because they're simply too embarrassed to do so. But these arrests show that scammers do get arrested. The signs of a romance scam online. Once again, someone who almost instantly professes their love or affection for you without even meeting you. The scammers will never want to talk to you on the phone. It's all emails, text messages, or messages through social media. And then the request for money for some kind of emergency, maybe hospital bills, investments, or travel. Remember those warning signs, because if you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
All right. I hope that you guys heard that. Yeah. Over $6 million, just one agency. So when I made that statement last weekend, it wasn't far-fetched. And those individuals got caught. Can you imagine how much money the major agencies out there, that the money that they're making off of individuals just looking for love? Just guys just looking for somebody to spend the rest of their lives with after they've worked so hard and made their money. And it's so sad that the one gentleman that actually sold his home in order to find love. And he thought he was finding love, and it wasn't one of those situations where somebody from a Nigerian prince or princess, but it was actually somebody who he thought that he had affection for. And it's sad that individuals actually believe, and I noticed in the headline, he said they've never seen these people. This is just back and forth emails or chats. Same thing with these dating agencies that come here to Colombia. So when you sit back and you see these agencies on YouTube that are saying that you can find love in Ukraine, I found my wife, or you see those agencies that have all the in Barranquilla, and they have all those beautiful Colombian women dancing with these well-off or these hardworking businessmen or just everyday working men, and draining these guys of their money. Remember, the goal of these agencies is to do one thing: have you leave with a full heart, thinking that you found love, and an empty wallet by the time you get back on that plane going to Cartagena. Going back to your country. So that's the sad part about that. So I'm going to continue to talk about how these scammers are out there. You do not, and warn your friends, man. I had your kids, had your wife. Warn your friends, man. Let them know that they do not, and I repeat, do not have to pay these agencies to find love. Hey, you could, hey, you pay you, pay you instead of them paying some stranger. They could give you the money. Like one brother said last week, you give me $2,000, and I help you find love in Colombia all day long. So I understand completely where you're coming from with that, but it's so sad. Just glad that you guys are made it in. Camilo is in here in the building. What's up, Camilo? And we also have Mo. Appreciate you being here. Always, Steve is always representing the Jets. Let's see how you guys do this year. We got Professor in the building. Now, I just want to do that for a few that headline for a few moments, because today's main topic is going to be about how a lot of times we come down here looking for to date or relationships with women in South America, especially Colombia. Let's see what the last thing that Asher had to say. One of the agencies is currently scaring people about the scopolamine problem. That's true. I know exactly where you're going to go with that. And how through their agency that clients will be protected. Absolutely correct. I saw one of the videos that talked like that. They were talking about, hey, if you come as if, I'm paraphrasing, as if you come down to Colombia by yourself, it'll be dangerous. But if you come through our agency to look for women, it's a lot more safer. Okay. It's sad to say, and I'm not advocating this at all, but it seems like the girl that scopolamines you would get away with less than the agency that's going to rob you by conning you into doing the trip over and over and over and over again. It's sad on both ends, but the girl that's scopolamine you probably get away with maybe 200,000 pesos, or maybe a credit card which you can close as soon as you call your bank. She may get away with a laptop or a computer. Okay, let's say it all adds up to be about maybe $2,000, $3,000 that the girl that scopolamine you got away with. And for those that don't know what scopolamine is an actual drug it's actually a plant that you can see out here in Colombia. It's not like it's a special hidden illegal plant. It's just a regular plant that grows in the neighborhoods. But somehow, some way, someone has discovered that you can grind this plant into a powder and actually use it to either drug somebody into almost putting them in a zombie state, to where they actually they actually go into their own bank accounts and clear out their own bank account and not even know it, or it knocks you completely out for a certain amount of time, whether it be a few hours, whether it be a few days, and you end up waking up in the hospital. So that's what this drug scopolamine is. And you can find out more about it by going to the Facebook page for men that have gotten scopolamine in Colombia. It is very well known of being done in Bogota and Medellin, Colombia. And so it's sad to say that which is the lesser of the two evils. The agency that's going to rob you blind all the way up to where you losing your house, like in this one guy's instance, or the girl that robs you of scopolamine. Everybody out here is trying to hustle your emotions, fellas. And that's what it's all about. The women that got you into that hotel room, she actually hustled your emotion, whether it be the emotion or your hormones, your drive for the desire of this beautiful woman being with you in bed, or whether it be the desire of being with a good woman from Colombia for a long-term relationship. Both of these incidences were hustles, and you have to look out for that. And they look for one type of men, and that takes us back to your girl right there who's supposed to be in bed feeling under the weather. I see she's made it to the live stream. Oh, she said she'll be back Thursday. Okay. Uh, but in both of these incidences, they look for one type of man. A man that has some form of impatience or insecurity. I'm going to say that again. Women that scopolamine men, that drug most men that end up in this incidents were either an insecure dude that was like, oh my God, I can't believe it was such a beautiful woman. I've never been with such a, how much for the girl? How much for the girl? have never believed that they will actually have this type of woman on their arm that's so amazing, so beautiful, or they were impatient to where they just got down here to Colombia. The first beautiful thing that walked up to them or leaned up on them, they just, instead of being patient and get to know the country, they end up falling for the situation and end up being scopolamine. Now, if you want to see a movie that actually shows you how how men in the United States have been getting this done for years. So don't think that it only gets done in Colombia. It is prevalent in the strip clubs of the United States. Very prevalent. You want to do your research about this. I started doing research about it after I saw this movie. And the movie is Hustler. The movie Hustler with J-Lo, when J-Lo was a stripper and Cardi B was in there as a stripper, and then it was a true story about J-Lo and the Asian girl, and how they were making millions of dollars scopolamine or drugging men in the United States. Even Cardi B said in her own words, during her stripper days, she would scopolamine men. She would drug men. It would put them in a zombie state, and these ladies would make thousands upon thousands of dollars from drugging these men. She said that from her mouth. So men getting drugged because of their desires is not something new, a new concept in regards to where it only happens in Colombia. Look at what happened in Colombia. That man got drugged. Well, guys, it is very much so prevalent in the United States. And we're going to be talking about that next week. Actually, this up and coming Friday, that's going to be one of the topics, is scopolamine in the United States. So, as I was saying, the topic for today is how to not turn Colombian women off when it comes to being an insecure dude. There are some things that turn all women off around the world. If you're an idiot, if you're a jerk, if you say the wrong thing, you could turn a woman off, right? But here's the kicker. When it comes to Colombian women, one of the things they do not like is the signs of an insecure man. If you come across as insecure, you come across as prey. I'm going to repeat that again. An insecure or impatient man comes across in the eyes of a Colombian woman as prey. Now, there are two types of women that we're talking about. We've got the good Colombian women like Andrea, her friends, good down-to-earth ladies that will not treat you like prey. But on the other end, you got women that see you, as soon as you get off that plane, they see you as prey. So we're going to talk about how not to be or come across as an insecure, impatient dude. Guys, you want to take notes for this one. All right. Okay, cool. Let's see what Mr. Clark said. YouTube channel Vice Vice did an episode on it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Clark. And did I must say Mr. Clark, because I'm just looking at Dimitri. Yeah. I hope I pronounced your name correct, Dimitri, as well. All right. First thing is how not to come across insecure in the eyes of foreign women, especially here in Colombia, is don't fall for her too soon. Dudes, do not fall for these women too soon. Take your time. Good Colombian women do not, and I'm going to repeat this, and your girl Andrea can attest to this. Good Colombian women do not like to be rushed. That is not their thing. If they feel like you're rushing them, all right, have a good night. If they feel like you're rushing them or you're trying to press them or push them, and see, it's one thing to impress somebody, it's another thing to press somebody. If a Colombian woman feel a good Colombian woman, I talk about the party girls that dudes deal with. We're not talking about that, because you know what this channel is. We're trying to establish good relationships with women. But good Colombian women, they don't play that. That's the one thing that would have been an easy turn off for Andrea, me rushing. And she still thought I was moving too fast. You know, I'm just older. I know what I want. I tell Andrea this. I knew this was my formula for knowing that Andrea and I were going to be a couple before she did. It was a good man, me. It was a good woman, her, and we had good to great chemistry. If you're a good man, but she's not a good woman, let's say you're a good dude with a good heart, but you got a party girl on your end, or you know that as soon as you get back on that plane, she might be doing something behind your back. That's not a good formula. Let's say she's a good woman, but you just a liar and manipulator the whole time you were here in Colombia. You knew you weren't serious about that woman. She's a good woman. You're not being a good man. That doesn't make for a good formula. But if you're a good dude and you know you got a good woman, that makes for a formula to where makes a good formula, and you have more of an opportunity for that relationship to work out more than than the other scenarios I just described. My point is, first step of not coming across as insecure, be patient. Do not rush. Do not tell her, that you're into her just immediately. This is the first trip. I remember an episode of 90 Day Fiance, the one with the brother who lied about the kids that he had. He said he had 2 kids. Come to find out he had 5 kids, and he had went to DR and only met this woman for like 2 hours doing a flight layover, and told the woman, I want to be with you for the rest of my life, blah 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 blah. And you're looking like, dude, are you serious? It is not that serious, guy. I have yet to meet the woman on the planet that is that serious to where you need to rush and make some mistakes. All right. But those 3 values are for any relationship to be successful. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And it's amazing, Don Omar, how many individuals, shout out to Don, by the way, when you guys get a chance, make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's got a really amazing how to learn basic Spanish, conversational Spanish channel. So if you guys are trying to get your Spanish up, you definitely want to go to his channel. So I highly suggest it. I was watching one of his latest videos today, which was really good, how to count from 0 to 50. Because even if you just want to learn how to count the pesos, the dollars here, in other words, the pesos, knowing your numbers helps quite a bit. And so make sure you subscribe to his channel. And he's absolutely correct. Applying these simple steps when it comes to not rushing in the relationship, or if you're a good person, they're a good person, and then that gives you the opportunity, and you have good chemistry, that gives you the chance for it to work. He's absolutely correct. That could work in any scenario, in any country. But since we're just talking about guys that are traveling here to Colombia, I just want to make sure, because dudes forget that, Omar. They forget that part of the concept. They like, since I'm a good dude and hey, she give good sex. I didn't say she give good sex. I'm a good dude and she's a good dancer. I didn't say she was a good dancer. I said a good person. A good person. So Don is right. You make sure, even though you're traveling to another country, that you use those 3 formulas, those three steps, because that's how I looked at Andrea in regards to our relationship. I like to start out in the friend zone and stay there a while. Stay there a while. If it's meant to be, we'll work out. I refuse to ever land in the friend zone. That is not happening. That is not happening. Now, Andrea and I did start off on the friend side because I wasn't sure if I was going to be living in Cali. I wasn't sure if I was going to be living in Colombia. I knew I was leaving the country. So we both started like, we liked each other. Okay, I like you. You seem like a nice person. You like me. There was nothing about Andrea and I that said we're going to be buddies. She's going to be my wing girl. Nothing about us said that we were just going to be friends and pals. That's not me. No. I don't have any female friends. I have networks and connections. I'll repeat that. I don't have not one female friend. I have networks and connections. That means that I could call back to the States, and if there's something that has to do with business that can be taken care of, it can be taken care of by a male, or it can be taken care of by a female in my network or in my connections. Now, do I use that term friend loosely? Yes, but for the most part, the people that I communicate with, females, I can either do something for them, whether it be advice or whether they can do something for me. I only have network connections. Only young people have female friends. I don't have any female friends. I have female network and female connections. And yeah, when I was young, the friends with benefits back in that day, but we just use that as we use that as a flippant term. B. Okay, Blade Runner. How about meet as friends and take things one day at a time? Now you could do that, absolutely correct, because like I said, in Andre and I case, we weren't sure if I was going to even be in this country. So because of that, we already knew that, okay, let's take it slow. If I'm not going to be here, she doesn't get her feelings hurt and I don't get disappointed, or I don't come across as a jerk that was lying to her. See, insecure dudes will come down here to Colombia because they don't feel secure in themselves, will come down here and try to rush the process. You're not even sure if you want to bring that person back to your own country. You're not even sure if economically you're ready to be in a relationship. You're not sure if you are economically ready to even fly back and forth 4 or 5 times. See, the more serious Andre and I got, the more I was flying back and forth to Colombia. See, when I was just flying for me, it was cool because I was flying to other countries. But once I got serious about Andrea, the flights were more prevalent. So you have to ask yourself, if I get serious in a relationship, that when you came to Colombia that 1 or 2 times for the year, it's different now. Are you ready for that? Because I'm down here for New Year's Eve, I don't think I missed a Christmas or New Year's Eve down here since Andre and I got serious. I haven't missed one. That doesn't include that also includes the 2 years that I was still living in the States and we were building our relationship. All right, shout out to Big Boss Real Talk, my man. Good dude. Andre the coach is spitting facts. Many travelers fake the funk and lie to these foreign chicks, absolutely correct, and sell them. It was all a dream, only just so they can smash for free and cheap. That's a lame move. Absolutely correct. Thank you for the super chat, brother, and thank you all for super chats. That's just for your support for the channel. So get them super chats up. We appreciate them. Okay, he's absolutely correct. Dudes do that. You don't even have to do that. That's the crazy part. This Colombia, there is no scarcity of beautiful women. So if the one that you want that's in front of you, you know that you may not have a chance with, don't lie to her. Just sit back and move on. And it'll be another woman that's waiting there to be a blessing in your life. You do not have to lie. Okay, here we go. Being a girl's friend that you are attracted to is complete waste of time. Otis, brother, I agree 100%. Because why would you be attracted to somebody who is literally telling you? Because when you're in the friend zone, females talk to you and they tell you about all the dudes that they smashing. They tell you about the one dude that they in love with that he doesn't know. He doesn't know that I love him. What should I do, Otis? What should I tell? All the stuff that you ain't trying to. When you're in the friend zone with a woman, and ladies, it's the same thing for men. They tell you everything but what you want to hear. I'm going to repeat this. When you are in the friend zone, you quite often hear everything in the world from that woman except for what you want to hear, which is, I am into you. I would like to be intimate with you. I would like to get to know you. They tell you everything, recipes, things going on with the kids, their kids' grades, their mama's story. You know the mom and the day, everything you hear. She tells you know all her deepest secrets. And the one thing that you've been waiting around to hear for years, you will never hear come out of her lips, rarely, if you hear it. And that is that she wants you or that he wants you. So he's absolutely correct. That friend zone is a waste of time. And you know, the number one gift that we have on this planet is time. And you are wasting it sitting around in the friend zone. I know one guy on a live stream I was with the other day. Shout out to Chantel Simmons. I was on her live stream the other day. And this one gentleman said, well, I've been in the friend zone with so many women for 20 years. I was like, you've been in the friend zone for 20 years? He said, yeah, if I come and pick her up and I take her out to, he said, I play with her kids or I play with their kids. He said, and then if I come pick them up to go to the grocery store and bring them home, guess what I get? A hot meal. I'm like, are you crazy? I said, you have actually been in the friend zone for 20 years, and the most you ever got out of it was a hot meal, knowing that the only thing that you want hot is what's between her legs. You know, like I said, when you're in the friend zone, guys, with a woman, it never or rarely benefits you. That's why I say I only have networks. If you are a female that want to be my friend, that's not going to happen. And it's not because of Andrea. I was like this before. But if you are a female that have something about you, whether it be business-wise or some advice that could help me in life, you could be a part of my network. You could be a part of my connections. You'll be a part of the Rolodex. So if you're a female attorney and you my girl and I need some legal advice, bam, you're the one I can reach out to. But mind you, I've got male attorney friends. You're just a backup just in case I can't get that answer question from my male attorney friends. See, my female connections and network can do the exact same thing that my male connections can do. I never sit back and judge somebody on gender. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. If you're part of my network, you can help me out. But the other part of it is I can help you out as well. But I'm not about to sit up here for let's say I was singing. I'm sitting up here 20 years and getting a meal. I'm playing with your kids like I'm Russell Wilson. I'm sitting up here acting like I'm Bill Cosby with your kids and everything. Mr. Huxtable himself. I done watched I've sat back and I've been around with you before you even had kids. I watched you go have sex with a lame that you're not even with. Your baby daddies, all three of them. You ain't had no baby daddies when I first met you. I was there when all three of the kids was born, and now one of the kids' daddies was there, and you sat back and named one of the kids a junior, and I'm playing with another man's kids. Man, I be dang. That would never happen for me. Never. So all you dudes in the friend zone, you need to start going through your phone right now. Just take your cell phone, just going through it and just say, you know what? Delete. Yeah, I know I was cool with Keisha since the 5th grade, but me and Keisha don't party no more. And Keisha ain't never give me that coochie anyway. So let me go. Anybody in your friend zone, in your cell phone that you ain't smashed, you need to give yourself a 6-week to 6-month smash period. I said it. 6 weeks to 6 months smash period. What do you mean, Andre? If you have not been intimate with that person within 6 weeks to 6 months, delete. If that person is interested in you and you decided that you don't want them to be in you, like it's some females that you like, you know what? I'm not feeling her like that, man. I thought I did, but then when I first met her, I found out she was kind of crazy. So you never touched her because you like, man, if she crazy like this before we have sex, I can imagine how crazy. Ladies, I got a tip for you. Men do turn down sex. There are women that, hey fellas, put a 1 in the comment if you've ever turned down sex from a woman because you knew that if I had sex with her, it ain't gonna turn out good afterwards. Either she was crazy or she was irresponsible or it was something. I know I'll be putting a lot of 1s in the comment. If you have had a woman that you knew that, if I hit it, she too insecure. I better not touch this one. We've all had, most men who have dated on a regular basis, we've had that woman where we was like, she fine though. She fine, she funny. But same thing with the virgin. You like, if I hit this virgin, she gonna be clingy. And she gonna be crazy clingy. And so you know what? Like when I was young, we used to sit back and say, with virgins, I'm gonna let the other dude hit it first, and then I come be number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. But I ain't gonna be the first one to hit the virgin. That ain't happening. That's not happening. When we was in our teens, nobody wanted to be the first one to touch the virgin girl. Now it was always a simp that was like, touch her, fall in love with her, and then the rest of us come behind and smash her because she in our neighborhood anyway. We grew up with her. So, but he was from the other neighborhood, so he'd come over, fall in love, they had sex. She'll be with him for about a good 6 months. After that, she having a hot girl summer with the rest of us in the neighborhood. But so all of us were like, ugh, nah. So ladies, men do turn down intimacy when we know that at the end of the day, it comes with strings attached that we do not want to be involved with. We would turn y'all down. Yes, your good coochie. We just won't find out. You can't miss what you never had. So my point is, with your cell phone, fellas, some of you dudes need to go through your phone methodically. And if a person in your phone, whether it be male or female, does not benefit your life today, delete them. Today is Easter. This will be a good day to resurrect your networks. Resurrect your cell phone from the dead people that's in your phone. Get rid of them. I do that all the time. If I haven't spoken to a person in 6 months, why are they still in my phone? Why is Aisha still in your phone? You didn't smash it yet. If you ain't smashed Aisha in 6 months, you ain't smashing. If you ain't smashed Aisha in 6 weeks, bruh, you ain't smashing. Let it go. Same thing with Magali down here in Colombia, in Maria. You ain't smashing, bruh. If you ain't smashed her in 6 months of traveling back and forth, you ain't, no. No friend zone. Friend zones are just insecure, thirsty dudes waiting around to smash. Now, have we had those moments of waiting around to smash a female? Yes, all of us have. We're like, you know what? Oh, if she didn't have a man, I'd be hollering at her. And then when she ain't got no man no more, you holler at her. But that friend zoning, no, that doesn't benefit a man at all. Friend zone is 1,000% beneficial to the woman. You can't name 10 things that benefit a man being in a friend zone. 10 things. All right. Shout out for the super chat. You preaching tonight. Pass the collection plate. Pass that collection plate. I appreciate you guys. So, like I said, number one way of not feeling or coming across as insecure to Colombian women. I'm telling you guys, I've been all over this country. The one thing that I noticed that Colombian women do not play with, insecurity. Why? Because they've got these machista alpha men that they grew up with. Like Andrea's dad, just straightforward. Cool dude. That's my dude, Orlando, cool dude. But these dudes do not play. And so these women were raised around men. And the one thing that they do not play is that insecurity. They do not play insecure men. So we're talking about some ways of how you cannot come across insecure. What's up, Lowe's? What's up, Renee? I appreciate you. Yeah, that beta male, yeah. Yeah, that is not a good sign. That is not a good look. Thank you again, big boss. I appreciate you, man. I gotta get you on the channel too. Okay, Lowe's, what's popping? We're talking about how men can keep from Don Omar. You talking to Lowe's. Okay, number two way of not looking insecure to Colombian women, or how to not look insecure to Colombian women. Everything or everyone, realize this, guys, not everybody's got a price. A lot of times you brothers come down here to be with Colombian women or Brazilian women, you come across as insecure because you come 100% pay for play. I have nothing against you pay for play brothers and sisters. You ladies do it too when you go to different locations too. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But if you are only dependent on and leaning on pay for play to meet women, I promise you, the good women are going to notice that and think, and you're gonna see. My point is that you're gonna take that habit of pay for play and bring it over to the circle of good women, but they pick it up. I kid you not, when I first started dating Andrea, I wanted her to share this story tonight, but since she's feeling under the weather, I'll share it. You know, I'm in the States. You know, stuff costs less than nothing. So when I first started seriously dating Andrea, this is like 6 months into the relationship, I was like, oh, because you know, as you guys know, you see how Andrea dressed. She likes fashion and style. So I'm like, oh, this will look good on my baby, because every man wants his woman to look good. So I'm like, oh, this will look good, and that'll look good, and this will look good. And so I'm buying these little small, inexpensive gifts. To me, don't cost nothing. To Andrea, she's looking at me like, okay, we boyfriend and girlfriend. Not, I don't want to say it like that, but we're in a relationship. But are you trying to buy me? Or do you really want to be in a real relationship? In other words, that pay for play mindset sometimes can drift over into a good relationship, and you can mess things up. Not every woman in Colombia, not every woman in Brazil, not every woman in Thailand is for sale. Y'all got to get that out of your minds, dudes. There are some women here that want to like you for you, that really want to get to know you. There's some guys in relationships I know right now that have been here and are happy as can be. Our partner who just got married, his wife loves him for him. But to sit back and try to buy every woman, you're not Captain America got his shield. That's what y'all do with y'all wallets when you come to Colombia. You take your wallet and you use it like Captain America's shield, to where you're protecting yourself. Some of you dudes, because, oh, I don't know Spanish. I don't either. Your point, I got a beautiful wife out the deal. I got a smart wife. I'm the most least Spanish knowing dude there is. And I got a great wife out the deal. I know some other dudes, they Spanish raggedy, and they got good wives out the deal, good girlfriends. So you can't blame it on the Spanish. Well, I ain't had that much time. Dude, I had this like the rest of y'all. When I met Andrea, I had the same 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks vacation from my regular job like you guys have. I wasn't like Flyboy who no, well, actually Flyboy works the regular hours too. So even Flyboy, you Flyboy fresh. So I can't even say that he had extra time. Any of us. Most of us guys that come down to Colombia, we all got the same 2 weeks to 3 weeks vacation that we split up throughout the year. But once I got serious about Andrea, I wasn't coming down here and trying to purchase her with, oh, okay, I'm here for a short time. Let me go ahead and make her feel I'm gonna take her to the best this, best that. She gonna love me because I bought her the best dresses and the best shoes. She gonna love me. And I wasn't coming across like that, but some dudes do that. Colombian women see that as an insecure man because you're hiding behind your money. Do women like gifts? Yes, no matter where you are in the world. Do women want a man that is a provider, protector? Yes, that's throughout history of time. The man that could provide and protect was the one that women, that's an animal kingdom. So that's a given. So if you think that you're going to be with most women in the world and not have to come out your pockets, you crazy. So we already know the provision to protect, that's a given for us. But when you purposely hide behind your money, you purposely are only a pay for play dude. If that's all you are, let me take this watch off because it keep on clicking into the microphone. But if that's what you are, you're making a big mistake, especially if you got a woman, a good woman that really does like you, like I have in Andrea. And if I would have came across as purchasing her, I would have lost her. I'm going to say that again. If I would have came across as if I was trying to purchase Andrea, she would have saw that as a sign of insecurity in me, and I would have lost her. Because Andrea, her antennas, it wasn't like when I was buying her stuff, she was like, oh my God, it was so beautiful. Andre antennas went up immediately. Bam. Wait a minute. What do you want? I thought you wanted a relationship. What do you really want? We've already had the sex. So what do you really want, Andre? Yeah, it put a, Andre was like, bruh, are you trying to buy me? She was not going for it. But here's the kicker. There's a lot of women in South America that you try to buy them, the brakes will stop. Like, no, I'm not her. I'm not the pay for play chick. Don't play me like that. They will get offended. It will get offended and see that as a sign of you being insecure. Like I said, all people like gifts, especially women, nice outfits or perfume or lipstick, whatever you get them. But if they feel, they sense that you doing it as a tool to purchase them, you're gonna lose them. And I knew that I would lose my wife if I tried to purchase her. That I did know. So number 2 way of not looking insecure, brothers, do not try to purchase her. Preach a couple of dollars for the collection plate. I appreciate that, Otis. I appreciate that well, brother. Definitely. All right, let's go back. Buck Travel. The locals will always have the advantage over expat foreigners or foreigners when it comes to Colombian women. Absolutely correct. They will always, just like we have the advantage back in our country. So fair is fair. I agree with you in regards to that. But you know what? I kid you not, Buck Travel. One of the things that I've done, I watch the local men. I kid you not, man. I purposely, when I first started coming to Colombia, y'all too busy looking at the ladies all the time. I'm with you on that. I started watching how the local men treated them. And I was like, man, you mean I ain't got to go through all them headaches? All I got to do is this, that, and this? Man, how we do it as foreigners, we jumping through all type of hoops, hula hoops. We doing a whole circus thing. Local men just walking in like, hey, girl, what's up? I ain't got no money. What's up? I was asking Andrea. I asked her, I said, right before the live stream, I said, does that scam that I just showed you guys, does that scam of the dating agencies and the online dating scams for money, does that happen here in Colombia? She said, never. I said, why do you, I knew the answer, but I said, why do you think that is? She said, because the pesos is trash. She said, our pesos is not as strong as American dollars. She said, so who wants to hustle a Colombian man knowing he ain't got no money? Most Colombian dudes only make it to. We got to get this through our heads, man. Can you imagine how much money we are actually blowing because we do not watch or follow the pattern of the local men? When you go to the mall here in Colombia or in Brazil or wherever country, you see some of the most regular dressing dudes, most regular guys that you can tell ain't been to the gym ever, with some of the most gorgeous women on their arm. And the only thing that these guys come along with is one thing that I noticed that Colombian men have. They got confidence. Whether they were raised in this country, or it's because they know the language. Well, we can say that in our country because we know English. But like I said, you can't come to me and say Spanish is the only way that you'll get a good woman, because I'm proof. And other dudes that I know personally know are proof that you can come to Colombia, your Spanish is trash. You may know a little Spanish or even know a lot, and you can still find a good woman, whether it be for a long-term relationship, whether it be a marriage, because everybody doesn't want to get married. So that's a given. Not everybody wants to get married. But you may want to be in a nice long-term relationship. But if you sit back and you think that you're going to come and not follow the patterns that these young women were raised with and not look at how the local dudes are doing, man, I'm like this. If they ain't spending all that, I ain't spending all that. Me and Andre are savers and investors couple. We're saving and we're investing. That's us. But to just, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy her this. I'm gonna shower her with no. Local dudes don't do that, and they still get the fine chick. So if the local guys can get away with it, Andre getting away with it. Yeah. Yeah, you're so right in regards to that. Okay, I met a homie. I met your homie 2 days ago. Let me know which one, Clyde. I know the language. If you want to meet legit girls, there you go. Oh, know the language. Yeah, absolutely correct. That's a benefit. Don't get me wrong. That is a bonus. You know Spanish. That is a bonus because it opens up the whole country to you. Because now you're going bowling. Now you're going to the meetup groups. Now you're going to not just to the club. You're going to interact. You're going to some of the fundraising events. I'm talking about stuff that I would do, I guess. You know, if you play golf, you can go play golf. You can go play tennis. You could be around certain circles. You could, like I said, you could be a part of nonprofit fundraising events and community-based events, and you meet a good woman there. You're not just trying to meet a good woman in the club. Think about it, guys. Let's be real. Do most of us guys meet the good woman that we're going to either settle down with or in a long-term relationship with? Do we meet them in our own country? Do we meet them in the club? No. If you line up 10 dudes and tell that they're in relationships and ask them, where did you meet your girl? You might find one or two dudes that said, I met her in a club. Some guys may say a lounge or a bar or a cigar bar. But most of us don't meet our good woman in a bar. So why are you coming to these other countries and trying to meet a good woman in a bar? If it doesn't work in your country, it is not going to work in other countries. The Colombian men that I know, they did not meet their good woman in a bar. Even the local men, they don't meet their good woman in a bar. They may take their good woman to a bar. They may meet their good woman probably dead. But most of the time, Colombia is a family networking type of country. Somebody knows somebody that met somebody. I introduce you to somebody. I'm going to tell you about somebody who knows somebody. That's Colombia. That's basically South America. It's basically all about networking here. Your boy knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. But you don't meet your queen. Your queen to be is not in Gusto's, in Medellin. It is not there. She's not there. So realize, number 2, every woman does not have a price. Do not try to buy her. Gifts are good, but good women cannot be bought. Andrea is a perfect example of good women that cannot be bought, and she is not the only one. All right. Okay, Clyde said he told me he kicked it with some track guys in Colombia. And I'm going in July for my birthday. All right, that's what's up, man. That is what's up. Enjoy your passport. All right, depends on what kind of woman you're dealing with. Absolutely correct. If they don't have a job, then they try to reach your pockets before you can offer anything. I'm going to get to that too. I'm going to talk about that in a second. One of the things, guys, you don't want to make the mistake of is if you got a woman that she's got a job, don't interrupt her job. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. There's a lot of you dudes that come down here to Colombia. We're still on number 2. You come down here to Colombia, you meet somebody. She's nice. She's really nice. You guys hit it off. You're a good dude. She's a good dude. One of the mistakes that you guys keep making is this. Not all guys, but I've heard it enough. Oh, baby, I'm only here for 5 days. How much you get paid for work? Well, I get paid 60,000 pesos. Oh, well, I give you 60, I give you 80,000 pesos. I give you 100,000 pesos not to go to work today. So she calling in to work. And then she calls in to work the next day because you're going to give her another 100,000 pesos because you're only here for 5 days. Fellas, you are hurting because she got to go. Once you get your happy tail back on the plane, now her boss is looking at her sideways. People can get fired in Colombia just like they get fired in the States. Yes, you do want a woman that works. When I met Andrea, I was so happy that my woman had a career. I was glad that she was college graduate. I didn't know all these things day one, but I was so glad that I was blessed to have a woman that had all the qualities that I was looking for. However, Andrea would when I first came down here, I kid you not, there were many days I was here by myself until Andrea got off work at 2:00. Many days. Even when I moved down here into our place that we're in right now. Remember, I've been here about 4 years. At the same time, Andrea going off to work. At that time period, I was working online doing digital marketing for a corporation in the States. So I'm doing my regular job, but at the same time, Andrea's gone. I wasn't telling Andrea, well, babe, why don't you just stay home? I'll pay you, blah, 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 blah. Y'all got to stop doing that. Don't interrupt that person's life. You like her because she has a life. I'll repeat that. You like her because you have a life. She likes you. One of the reasons is because you appreciate that she has her life, her job, her career, her business. Don't interrupt that. Do not interrupt that. You got to stop doing that. When you got chicks that are party chicks and they got a job, oh yeah, you could pay them. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, yeah, baby. How much you make today? Yeah, you stay here in the bed, baby. Yeah, them pay for play chicks or the semi pros. Got a regular job, but yeah, she a pro. Yeah, them you could run all over them. But I'm talking about me and this channel. We talk about good, sturdy, positive men that women can meet or women that men can meet down here in South America, and how you cannot come across as insecure. All right. Depends on before. Yeah, absolutely correct. All right, guys, this is a great live stream. How many of y'all would still go to Colombia for prostitution for the pros if it was illegal or criminalized? Oh, that's a good question. I think guys would still come down because most guys that I know come down to Colombia for more than just pros. Most guys that even mess with pros have learned so much about Colombia, the peace that they have, the enjoyment that they have, the fact that they got a bang for a buck for their money, the landscape, the adventures that are down here, and the things that they can do in Colombia. Most guys that I've met, pay for play is cool. They like it, but they also like the fact of the cost of living, how nice the people are, how friendly most people are. So I could say most people would still come down to Colombia. Still, if prostitution was illegal, I could say there would be a band of dudes that don't come back and they'll go to another country. Cool, but I could say most guys that I've met actually really like the girls, but they also like the country itself. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but that's what I found. All right, brethren. Yes, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. I kid you not. I watch the local dudes. When I'm sitting back watching y'all dudes pay, like I said in the last live stream, when I'm watching you guys pay $100, almost $100, or almost 200, 300,000 pesos for pay for play, and the local dude is paying like 1,000 to 2,000 pesos for the same female. Literally, I'm not talking figuratively. I'm talking about these guys are paying 1,000 to 2,000 pesos to lay with the same woman that you are paying 400,000 to 500,000 pesos, 200,000 pesos to be with. Man, y'all crazy. That was one of the reasons why, even before I met Andrea, I got out of the pay-for-play game, because I'm looking at the local dudes, what they paying. I'm like, what? All they pay is what? Oh, man, I ain't paying for no play-for-play ever again. No, y'all ain't gonna get me. No. No, 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 no. Yeah, man, crazy. What's up, Los? Crazy. Let me get through these comments real quick before I. Okay, how many of you guys? How many of you going? He said, how many of you going to say what's up if you can't speak Spanish a lick? Without language skills, you're already at a disadvantage. This is true, and that is why most men. That's why most men end up with single mothers. I think it said most men end up. Yeah, he said end up with single mothers. Did you guys really want to come down here and be stepdaddies? Some of you dudes come down here and you end up falling in love with somebody and becoming a stepdaddy. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm not putting it down. But was that your plan? Andre and I were talking about this today. If your game plan outside the country looks worse than your game plan that you had when you were back in the United States, you need to redefine your game plan. If how you handled and walked in relationships in the United States is better than what's going on in your life outside the United States when it comes to relationship, you need to man up and redefine and redirect your game plan, because none of us decide to get a passport and end up in worse relationship situations than what we were in the United States or in UK or in Europe in general. Some of y'all come down here and y'all in some effed up situations. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And it is the situation that you in now is nowhere near as bad as, the situation that you in now is far worse than the situation that you were in with the females you were dating in the States. That's one thing that I promised myself. I refuse to have a dating situation in South America that's worse than the mess I was dealing with in North America. Why come down here if your situation is going to be worse? So sometimes you got to take a pen and do a report card on your relationship status in the United States compared to outside the United States. If you're spending, for example, if you are spending more money on women outside the United States than you would have spent in the United States, you're doing something wrong. If you have never been drugged or robbed in the United States and you found yourself getting drugged and robbed outside the United States, you're doing something wrong. If you could have, if you were not the type of dude to be with somebody with kids in the United States, that wasn't your groove. And you come outside the United States because she's so fine and she give you the best sex, but you're doing something that you wouldn't normally do, you need to do an evaluation. Our goal as men and women when we got our passports was, all of us agree with this, a better life. All of us want a better life than what we got in the United States, whether it be temporary for 5 or 10 days on your vacation down somewhere, or whether it be permanent, like in my case. I refuse to go through the mess or refuse to be the type of person I was as far as relationships are concerned outside the United States and have it be worse than what it was when I was in the United States. So guys, make sure you do that. Number 3, número 3. I'm going to come back to your comments in a second. Número 3. Now, remember, the topic is how not to look insecure in the eyes of women in South America or in Colombia, because when they see that insecurity, it's either going to run them off or they're going to try to use you. Oh, he insecure? Got him. You know how in the States where we say the girl with the daddy issues, you're like, I can smash her. She got daddy issues. Oh, she easy. Got her is the same thing that Colombian women think about you when they see you insecure. Got him. All they got to do is play on his insecurities. Now drain him. Play on his insecurities, or he's impatient. If you're an impatient dude, you come down here, you just got to rush. Your hormones are just got him. That's why you pay 200,000 pesos, because of your either insecurity or impatient. And the Colombian dude for the same pay for play is paying 5,000, 6,000, 2,000, 1,000 pesos for the same chick, because they don't come across as insecure or impatient. They ain't worried about no 5 days. I'm only here for 5 days, so whatever you want. You don't even know if the sex is good. You just know she's sexy. You paying 200,000, you ain't even laid with her yet. You just see she's sexy. That's all you know. Then you get her back, and then half of y'all come back into the WhatsApp groups talking about how much trash her sex was. Man, I paid 200,000 for this chick, and her sex was trash. That's your fault. You paid for sexy. All you guys that pay for play, even when I was doing it, you pay for sexy. You do not pay for sex first. You don't even know how good her is, unless you've been with her again the second time. But I'm talking about the first time, you just paying for sexy. She's sexy. So you paying for it. You don't know if her sex is good. You don't know if what about her intimacy is good. But you're willing to pay 200,000 to 300,000 pesos for it. Okay. You let that ride. But number three is, do not be jealous of her past. It's good to learn about a woman's past, or in the lady's case, a guy's past, but do not be insecure about her past, because we all got a past. Do not be insecure or jealous of her past. Guys, we as men and women have one bad habit. It is so bad, and I don't do it. And Andrea doesn't do it. We ask questions that we do not want the answer to. We aren't ready for the answer to that question. Stop asking her about her past. Do not ask a Colombian woman about her past, how many men she been with, how she learned to do that little freaky trick that she does with you. Don't ask that. You ain't ready for the answer. I don't know why we do that in our country, but you bring it to other countries asking unnecessary questions. And then when you get the answer, you got the long face. Now you're insecure because you're like, man, she been with this many dudes. Other than health, that's none of your business. With me and Andrea, you guys have heard this story. With me and Andrea, first thing Andrea and I don't know nothing about Andrea body counts. I don't even know Andrea's boyfriend counts. She don't know my girlfriend count. You guys, I'm gonna tell you something. You guys know more about my intimate life than Andrea does. Seriously. Because a lot of times Andrea is either in bed or doing something else, so she's not necessarily always watching the live stream. So I know I could just be straightforward with you guys and share the story. Andrea doesn't know because she doesn't want to know. I don't want to know hers. And we'll tell you, I don't want to know your body count. She's the same way. I don't want to know how many boyfriends you had. I don't want to know how many one night stands you had. None of that. All I want to know is, and this is what Andrea and I did in all sincerity, I need you to go get a checkup and show me the paperwork. Well, I need you to go get a checkup and show me the paperwork. And we weren't being smart tales about it. We were being serious. If we're going to be in this long relationship, because I already knew where it was going. I saw it. I saw the vision. I had the vision. It's like I had all my pair of glasses on at once. So I already knew that I wanted this woman in my life. I knew this. So when she said, bruh, before we really get serious with this intimate thing with no condoms or protection, yeah, I'm gonna need you to get some paperwork. Go and get that checkup, player. And since Andrea knows English, I didn't have to translate nothing. Same thing with her. Now hers, I had to translate because I didn't know Spanish, so I had to translate her paperwork over so I can understand it. But my point is, you got two healthy people, no venereal diseases, everybody's doing good. We're fine. It didn't take me finding out about Andrea's body count to determine whether I want to be with her. It didn't take all that. Stop asking questions that you do not want the answers to. That makes you look so weak and insecure, guys. I'm telling you. When you ask how many dudes you been with, why? What's that gonna do? Who has ever stayed with a woman because of her body count? You ain't never stayed with a woman because, well, she only was with 15. Okay, I can handle that. You ain't never stayed. Dude, you stayed with her because you felt she was the one for you. No matter what number, you may have even judged her a little bit like, girl, you been with 15 people? Dang. But you ain't go nowhere. You still sat up there and finished your plate of food and went to bed. You didn't just get up and hop in the car and say, what, 15 men, I'm out of here. No, you didn't. None of us do. So why are you asking that unnecessary question? Ladies, same thing for you. Don't ask that Jamaican dude or that dude in DR about his body counts. You ain't ready for that answer. Because you're going to prejudge him and think that oh my God, he's a freak. He's been with over 100 women. And you ain't going nowhere. I ain't never seen a woman, as soon as she found out what a man's body count was, she got up out the bed and packed her bags. Not one. You laid there in that bed and you let that 100 body count dude give you the best sex you ever had with his 100 body count tail. You ain't going nowhere. So stop asking questions you ain't ready for the answer, because that makes you look insecure when you judge somebody's by their past, because we all have a past. Most of us mature adults have a past, whether it be a good one or a bad one. We all have a past. So Colombian women do not like that, dudes. You will get shut down by the good women. Now mind you, public service announcement. We are not tonight discussing the party chicks, the pay for play, the fun girls. We're not talking about the ones that just, I'm young and everything is sex. We're not talking about them chicks. We ain't talking about the chick all of the high brothels that you don't care nothing about. She sex you, you sex her, and you get back on the plane and she go back to her neighborhood. We're not talking about them chicks. We're talking about you guys you men that are looking for serious relationships, you ladies that are looking for serious relationships with somebody. Doesn't necessarily have to lead to marriage, but you're looking for somebody serious. That's who I'm discussing or talking about tonight, who you do not want to mess up with. So at the end of the day, remember, anytime I talk about this later on, as I continue forward, realize that's who I'm talking about. Let me go to these chats, see what you guys are talking about. Okay, we already did that one. Larry in the building. I would still go because I ain't looking for no damn pro. Yeah, that's true. I ain't looking for no pros either. I mean, I go through that phase. You go through that stage. You like, okay, enough of that. Let me find some decent women, like Sasua. Okay, what up, Los? What's up, Jay in the building? Miss Jay in the building. Los in the building. I appreciate you guys. Okay, let's see. I would, but I think 10% would still go on vacation. Yeah. I mean, people like coming here, and I won't lie. That bang for your buck is just as guys. You come down here, man. You can't lie. The bang for your buck here in Colombia, that is just as attractive to many of us as the women are. We love the women, and you ladies, you love the men, but that your dollar is worth almost 4 times as much. Woo, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah, invest in some real estate. That's a good point. All right. Bruce say no. He said I wouldn't go. I hope that's the answer to the question. Bruce said I ain't going. If the ladies they didn't have pay for play, I wouldn't go. I would never admit even if I did. Okay, I'm dipping in the conversation. Always ready for class. Already taking notes. Already. Cool. I'm dipping. Mo says, thank you very much for super chat, Mo. If I didn't get a chance to read it before, good information. You can be successful in dating but your age to shed the blue pill to shed the blue pill mentality. You can see how blind Andre is. Make the mental transition. I am encouraged. Yes, a lot of, you know what? I kid you not. This is a good point, man. A lot of it is that a lot of dudes aren't willing to unlearn how we do things in the States to realign our thinking with the new country that we're going to. I'm still relearning some stuff. You don't realize how programmed you are in the United States or in Canada or in UK until you leave. And you realize, man, these people really did a job on your brain when it comes to how the rest of the world works. You find out the rest of the world, just simple stuff. You go to the rest of the world, ain't nobody putting eggs in the refrigerator. Ain't nobody putting eggs in the refrigerator. But nobody is taking eggs and bleaching them white. Nobody's doing that in the world. But in our country, we actually thought that's how everybody else did it. Most countries don't have milk in the refrigerator. But in our country, we think everybody got the milk in the refrigerator. Just simple stuff that we've been programmed to think that that's how it is around the world. And just like this brother said, a lot of it, even when it comes to dating, we try to give you a perfect example. A lot of you guys go to Medellin and you like going to the hip hop clubs, right? Nothing wrong with that, because we were raised on hip hop in the States. Most of the world likes hip hop, but most of the world is not a hip hop country like the United States. Their top 10 songs are not necessarily hip hop songs like the United States. You got to get over that. So he is right. It takes a form of mental training to admit, when I was United States, even people of color, remember, only, like I always mention, only 4% of the transatlantic slave trade, only 4% of the blacks that came across from Africa to the rest of the world made it to the United States. But the United States will sell you the idea that like 98% of all of our ancestors came through the slave trade and made it to the United States. And then when you leave the United States, you find out that was one of the biggest lies you ever heard. Only 4%, y'all can look it up. 4% of all of them, all those millions of our ancestors that came across the Atlantic made it to the United States. But you've been sold a bag of goods as a black person, thinking that your experience is the number one experience, and that's a lie. Brazil's experience is bigger than our experience. The Caribbean islands, Cuba, Trinidad, DR, Haiti, Dominican Republic, like I just mentioned, Jamaica, all the Caribbean islands, their experience of the transatlantic event is greater than ours. They had more ships than we even got. My point is, there is a point where you have to be open to say, I've got to unlearn some stuff that was taught to me in the United States. I got to admit, in certain areas, my country either didn't have all the information or just blatantly lied to me. And now let me learn the rest of the truth. I love the fact that I have 96% of Black history to learn now. And DR is the first Black city that was free, or DR had the this, that, and this, or the first church, or the first universities, or this about Hades, and that, or learn all that history. They coming to Colombia, and then Brazil, then all the brothers and sisters that did stuff in Peru and in Ecuador, all that Black history you get a chance to learn. Like, wow. Instead of trying to close your mind and say, no, all the ships went to United States. Andre, you're wrong. Everything that's the Black power is United States. No, the heck it's not. It's not. And when it comes to dating, you have to be willing to learn the dating rules in other countries, because every country's dating or culture is not necessarily the same. All right, I actually met some American tourists who were there. Oh, bird watching. Yeah. Oh yeah, bird watching. Colombian home, the most species in the world. Not everyone knows. Not everyone goes there tricking. Absolutely correct. I kid you not. I was the last time I flew to the no. Yeah, it was the last time I flew to the States. I was flying back and I saw this old couple, right? They got to be like in their 70s, just this nice little older couple. And they had this thick book, right? And it was a bird watching book. And I'm thinking, like, why is this couple bringing a bird watching book to Cali? Come to find out, Cali, Colombia has the #1 amount of bird species in the world. There are over 1,000 different birds in this one city. 1,000 different. Dude, I kid you not. I was that, you know how, when we had just left the gym, and where we park right next to the gym is the grocery store. So the grocery store was unloading trash and throwing it. You know how some of the meat, the little crumbs and little gets on the ground. You know, the little animals come in, or ants or whatever it is. So one minute I see a vulture come down and grab some meat, some scraps that fell down. Not even 4 seconds later, I see a hawk come down and grab some. Not even a few seconds later, I see a little pigeon come down and grab some seeds. I'm looking at myself. There is no way in the world in the United States I would see a vulture, a hawk, and a pigeon within 5 minutes of each other. Nowhere in the world. But Cali, Colombia has the most amount of bird species in one location. I didn't know that. I actually learned that on the tour. Over 1,000 different type of birds lives in this one little city. So yeah. Good point. Shout out to Marcus, man. Hey, that funny dude. Had a good time with Marcus last night. Took him around the city. We had a good time. We'll keep. I'm not going to talk about Cali anymore. What's up, Marcus? I'm about to be posting up in your hood for the next 6 weeks. Okay, cool. You're down the street now. Okay, cool. Good. We're going to have to get together for breakfast. Probably tomorrow. Get together for some breakfast tomorrow. Me, you, and T. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you. Good dude. This is a good dude, man. Usually when you guys do come down, man, y'all some really good guys, man. I can't complain at all, man. This is the man I'm looking forward to meeting anyway, Los. I'm looking forward to meeting Los when he gets a chance to come down here. I go down there to Bogota or Cartagena. Mo, what's good? Blah, blah, blah. Can't complain. I'm dipping in somebody's conversation. All right. Good point, Bruce. You're not paying for it in the States. I guess you're right on track. Hey, that's how I look at it too, brother. I don't break my rules. No pros, no pay, no play. Yeah. Absolutely correct. That's how it's done. That's how I did it. I made local contacts. So every time I came, before I met Andrea, I made local contacts that were like my dudes. Like I said, I do networking and connections. And I had local contacts that were females that I was messing with. So every time I came to Colombia, I was good. So y'all too busy trying to chase and get everything. Nah, that's all right. I had about 5 or 6 of them in the country that I was smashing on the regular. I was good. Then I met Andrea, and it's kind of funny because most of them were very happy for me. They was like, "Oh man, you got your girl. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy you got your because Colombian women are happy for other Colombian women when they get a man from outside the country. Colombian women don't be like like women be hating each other in the States, like, mm, I guess you with her. Colombian women don't do that. They be like, okay, I see you found love. Because they always ask this. And guys in the comment section, you know this. They'll ask, like, so is your wife Colombian? Guys ask that question, and women will ask that question all the time. So is your wife Colombian? Yeah. And it's almost like a 5-second celebration that they're so happy that I married or that you guys are dating or appreciating their women, appreciating Colombian women. So when you guys be talking about some Colombian men hate the fact that y'all dating their women, I haven't gone through that. I haven't experienced that. Everybody I tell that I've been with, that I'm with Andrea, and show a picture of my wife, they all happy. They're like, oh man, you with a Calinia? Oh man, yeah, a Calinia. Oh my goodness, you got you a good woman, boy. These some good women in Cali. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I gotta set up shop. Where you go, establish your own connect. Yeah, true. That's the best way. Yes, that's exactly how I did it. I kid you not, that's how I did it, man. While you guys were too busy running around, you come down and you just run around and just, I want 50 in 5 days. Have at it. I'll take my 6 and I'm good. Because if out of the 6, 4 of them are able to show up that weekend or that 5 days, I'm good. I'm good. Prostitution is illegal in Colombia. Absolutely correct, Ray. Most people don't know that. Pros are illegal in Colombia. The only place it is actually legal with pros are brothels. You can look it up. I did. Brothels. Brothels are the only place where they make sure the girls their bodies are checked on a regular basis for diseases. The only place. Brothels. Every place else, they just turn ahead. They don't say anything about it. They ain't gonna chase you down or nothing. It ain't like DR or the States where they just trying to chase you down. But technically, Ray is right. Technically. But for the most part, they ain't about to lock dudes up. When he come down here, he was messing with mangoes. No, if you ain't really causing no drama, the police ain't gonna mess with you. We all know that. We all know that. But at the end of the day, the actual places, actually, he's absolutely correct. Pay for play is illegal here in Colombia. Technically. All right, I moved to Colombia to save there we go, to save in living expenses and invest in the market. Absolutely correct. That's how I did it. That's another reason why I moved down here. It was so much money that I could save and invest in different things, in different markets, in real estate, things like that, because I saved. Dude, I'm in the States. I'm in Tampa. I love Tampa, Florida. Love Orlando. If I were to move back to the States, y'all already know where y'all can find me, okay? That's a given. But I'm still paying for a 1-bedroom, nice apartment. I'm paying $1,200 a month, but that doesn't include all the utilities and the cable and all that stuff. So let's say I was averaging about $2,000 a month that I'm kicking out, right? I got a better place here in South America that's larger, 2-bedroom, all utilities and everything included. And you guys already know the price. I pay $360 a month, including the garage, including the brand new washer dryer unit, including security, including a quiet area. Anybody that's ever been to my neighborhood already knows, like, Dre, this is a quiet neighborhood. All these things for $360 a month. And don't let the American dollar get stronger. That means my rent goes down because I'm paying in regards to when the money is cut from the account or taken out of the account, it is actually sent over by way of the money exchange. During the pandemic, man, we got down to like $280 a month. So now, let's just say of that $2,000, let's say nothing else. Let's just say of that $2,000 I was paying for rent in the States. Now I got what on average, what, $1,600 a month to play with investments when I didn't even have that $1,600 a month extra. Usually I would have my regular investment monies, right? My regular monies that I put into investments, into my Vanguard account or my Fidelity, right? So now I got my regular investment money that was going into the investments anyway. But now I got another $1,600 a month that I could put towards anything I want to in regards to investments. So I won't lie, I'm like the brother. I was just like that. A lot of dudes think I came down here because of Andrea. No, au contraire, mon frère. Actually, I came down because I was able to save my monies and put it towards further future investments. And now that I'm looking at real estate, I'm able to take advantage of real estate down here because I was able to save and get a bang for my buck. That was my number one. Everything else came underneath and kind of like fell in place. But yeah, I'm with my man. I'm with my man on that one. And then when I realized that all the stores and everything that I have in the States, they have here, all the same stores in the mall. Like I say, Exito is nothing but a Walmart. Price Mart is nothing but a Sam's Club, Costco's. They were actually owned by each other. Home Center is nothing but Home Depot and Lowe's / IKEA, and it's right down the street. I wasn't missing nothing. Some of you dudes in DR, the same stores that are in the United States are in DR. Same restaurants. So when I was like, I ain't missing nothing, man, I'm out. Y'all can have the US. I ain't had no connections, ain't got no kids there. My mom and grandmas have already passed on. I live in the South and all my family live up north, so they weren't coming to see me from Detroit and Chicago and Cleveland anyway. So it wasn't like I was missing my immediate family anyway, because they never came to see me in Florida anyway. So I'm out. And it's a lot of guys and ladies just like me. Some of you individuals are older and you retired. And your pension, your Social Security, let's put it like this. You wouldn't feel like you on a fixed income if you was living in South America. You never hear nobody that came down to South America with their retirement pension, their Social Security, whether it be a $1,200 a month, $750 a month, $600 a month, $4,000 a month. You don't hear nobody come down here talk about, I'm on a fixed income. That's only in the States. Your little Social Security check, you know how far that check goes? Just imagine if your Social Security check was from the time you got off of an airplane was automatically worth 4 times as much. All that struggling you doing for medication, you ain't got to do that here. Let's talk about, I got my blood. I already told you, our blood pressure runs in my family. So now I got to take the high blood pressure pills. Plus, you already know I don't sleep, so that don't help. Next to nothing, pennies for the same medication that y'all got to make life decisions with. Should I eat or should I pay for my medication? You should not have to do that as a human. I kid you not. If I was old enough with the knowledge that I have, let's say I lost everything and all I got is my Social Security, I would take my Social Security check and get a passport and a plane ticket. And you would not have to worry about seeing me in the United States. Plus, do you know how many tax breaks I get? Man, if I just did an episode, you know what? I'm going to do an episode on that. Let me write that down. You guys do not realize how many tax breaks you get when you are an expat. It is crazy. It's crazy how many tax breaks you get. And I don't have to file taxes until June, July. You got to have yours done in April. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? I don't have to file taxes on the same thing. See, yours is due, not mine. Expats filing date is different from what you guys have to file. Our final date, filing date is completely different. Yeah, guys, I kid you not. I kid you not. If there is no way in the world I will sit in the United States as an old person and I ain't got no family, I ain't got no kids, or if I do got kids and family, they ain't coming to visit me. And I know I could go, or at least go down to Mexico. Let's say I had to be put in a nursing home. It ain't gonna be one in the States. Man, I've been following the nursing homes and how they treat people in nursing homes in Mexico. Man, please. I would take my old dementia self and I may wander around how to get down there, but I have a friend or somebody to get me signed into a nursing home in Mexico. But I dang sure wouldn't be in a nursing home in the United States. No. Au contraire, mon frère. No, that is not happening. And I'm talking about this, Andres. If I'm in that position, game plan. I am not going to be, there is no way in the world when you know that you could go to a country and your money can be worth 4 times as much from the moment you get off the plane and you sitting up there counting pennies and returning Pepsi bottles to put food in your stomach just because you're in the United States. And you can move to another country and change your whole life. Some of y'all only got 20 more years to live. Some got 25, some got 35. I know me, I'm 55 years old. With good health, let's say I make it to 85. I got 30 years left. You think I'm gonna sit up there in the United States and be struggling for 30 years as an older person? Hell no. No. Y'all can have that. But I love the United States. Take your struggle. And the funny part is, if you don't know how taxation works to where you could benefit like most people don't, even if you making money, one thing that the United States does, I'm going to say this, United States will allow you to make money so they can take your money. What do you mean by that, Andre? I'm able to get over on them when it comes to taxation. Absolutely correct. But you're going to pay the same amount for medications that a poor person would. You're going to pay your body. See, the one thing you can't stop in the United States is your body shutting down. And I'm not leaving my topic. You can't stop your body from shutting down in the United States. No matter how rich, no matter how poor you are, we all going to pay for them expensive medications. We all going to pay the same amount that's expensive for going to the hospital, even if you have insurance sometimes. We all going to pay that. So for all you guys that's sitting back thinking like, well, I got my economy set up like this and I got like $500,000. The United States going to let you make that $500,000. You know why? Because they're going to take it in your old age. They're going to take it all through all your medical bills. Most of y'all that sat back and was able to make that money, you wasn't going to the gym. You wasn't eating. You was eating all that trash food in the United States. You come to other countries, you think our food is trash here in Colombia. I don't like Colombian pizzas. Why? It tastes too damn healthy. I done heard more y'all complain about how foods taste in other countries because you so used to the trash food that we got in the United States. That's why we had to put so much ketchup, so much barbecue sauce, so much seasoning, so much salt, so much sugar in our foods. Why? To hide or mask the fact that this trash is unhealthy for us. And then we go to other countries and eat real healthy food. This is not real food. Real food doesn't taste like that. Where's the sugar? Where is the salt that I love so much? Could you bring me some Lowry seasoning salt? Yeah, guys, I kid you not. That's Andre's hypothesis on what I would. That's what I would do. I would be the you would not see me struggling, and with the knowledge that I have of other countries, man, I'll have my butt over in Italy somewhere. I have my butt in Ecuador. I'll be all down in Panama. But the last place, my man, please, ain't no way in the world I'll be sitting up there in the United States paying $4 or $5, $6, $10 for gas. Y'all crazy. But it's my country, tis of thee. I'm with you on that. Tis of thee, I understand. And I love the United States. I love my country. I love the people. I love high school football games. I love Sunday morning church choirs. I love when I was a shorty, the Easter egg hunt. All that. I love the United States. I love everything from going to Savior's Day. The last one was this year with Minister Farrakhan in Chicago. I like the fact that we were the birth of hip hop music, the birth of television, the birth of movies. I love all that. However, just because I love the United States, I don't love the struggle. I ain't got that much love for you. United States treats some of you dudes like or treat some of you ladies also like an abusive husband or abusive wife. And you still love them. And you don't know how to leave them. And then you look at the rest of us crazy because we had the audacity to leave our abusive relationship. But that's me. Like I said, I'm not struggling as an old person. That's not happening. No, y'all can have that struggle. That one you can have. All right. Can we finish this topic, Andre? Can we really finish this topic? There is a line between pros and some irregular girls in Colombia. Yes, there is. Even a simple conversation with a regular girl ends up with a story about how she needs help. Got news for you. Like attracts like. Like attracts like. If you are the type of dude that attracts women that have to be rescued, you got to ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? I never attract them. Not even here. When I was in the pay for play world, I was in the pay for play world. That was when I was outside. Every female I met had a profession. I mean, your girl, man. Me and Andrea were a serious couple. Andrea didn't ask me for a dime for months, and when she did want to ask me for some, she counseled her mom. Should I ask Andre for a couple dollars? And this was like she wanted to buy like a college book or something, because she was going back for a certain certification for her accounting and career and business management. And so there was a certification that she wanted to get to add to her, like a feather in her cap, right? She had already graduated school, but she was going back to get this particular. And she was like, man, I really want to get this book for school. Should I tell Andrea? Should I, let me talk to my mom. Mom was like, ain't that your man? Yeah, like your man. Y'all been together like what, 8-9 months? Yeah. You ain't ask him. You think you can't ask? Do you really believe you can't ask Andre if you want to pay for something serious? You can't ask your man to help you out? What type of man is he? And so she asked me, and I'm looking at her like, girl, you could have been asked me for some money. I don't boo up nobody that can't ask me for something anyway. I don't be in a relationship with somebody and they can't ask me for stuff. I'm an asset. They're an asset to my life. I'm an asset to their life. Not every woman is out to get y'all, dudes. Don't try to act like Andre is this anomaly. She's so rare. No, you don't mess with the good women, so you never get a chance to experience that. Like I said, I got a partner right now He dating a female. I don't think I told this story. Down here, he's dating a female that owns several beauty salons. No, she owns 2 beauty salons. My bad. Most he paying for is like when they go out to dinner or something. That's it. You think, let me ask you this. Do you think all the beauty salons in all these countries are owned by men, or do women own some? When you're walking downtown in Medellin, you think it's only men that work in the top of all those office buildings and going to those meetings and in the conference room? You think it's all men, or are there some of the women that work in the conference room and the offices and our VPs and accountants and things like that? When you walk past some of those stores and the little shops, are all those shops owned by men, or do some women own some of those shops, those stores? You just don't attract those women. You got to ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing when I come to Colombia that I am not attracted to women that I deserve to have? You got to ask you that, because every time, if you say every time I come to Colombia, the only type of women I attract, even if they got a job, they are asking me for money. You got to ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? What is about me that only gravitates to, no matter what country I go to? Brazil, they begging. Ecuador, they begging. Mexico, they begging. In the United States, back home, they begging. Why do I attract begging women? You got to ask yourself that. Now, I'm not saying I was looking for a woman that's balling and she could control, and I could just sit back, kick my feet up because she owns stuff. I'm not saying that. But it does feel good to have a wife that was somewhat uncomfortable with even asking me as her man after 8 or 9 months for a couple dollars for a school book. You guys just are not getting it. There are so many good, supportive, professional, decent women here. And they don't have to be doctors, lawyers, or attorneys. I'm not saying that. It's some everyday women that just got morals. They like, listen, I know I work at the McDonald's and I'm going to school. Hey, I ain't got money like that. I'm a college student. I'm 23. I like you, you like me. She understands that. But she ain't gonna beg you down. Some of you dudes, like I said, with step number 2, you so insecure, you live with money all the time. And they can sense it. Even if you never said anything about money, they can sense, I can get him. I can get this dude. And they do. I'm going to come back to the comment section after I get done with number 4. So number 1 was, when it comes to don't look insecure, to how to not look insecure to or impatient when it comes to Colombian women. Number 1 is, do not move too fast. Don't fall for her too fast. Take your time. Number 2 is, everyone doesn't have a price. You can't buy every Colombian woman. Some women got morals and standards. Number 3, don't be jealous of her past. We all got them. Number 4 is, do not create red flags. Assuming without asking will make you look like you're a weak man to her. Do not create in your mind red flags. Some of you dudes have lost some really good relationships with women in South America because you created the red flag. Man, I know she out there cheating. She ain't cheating with nobody. She really like you. She wait for you to come back on the next flight. Y'all talk every night. But because your boy woman cheated, here you go. Because you saw the dude on the YouTube, his friend got scopolamine, here you go. Because your boy leaves with his money, you think your girl gonna start begging you for money all the time. Here you go. She asked for money one time, and you sitting up here judging her as if she asked for money every time you saw her. And you've been with her for 3 months, and she asked you, babe, time's kind of tight. Could you send me like 100,000 pesos? We know that's just like $25, $27. You judging her like she been asking you the whole 3 months every day to send her a couple dollars. Times get tight for some of everybody. Here you go, red flag. Don't create red flags. They don't like that. Nobody likes to be prejudged when they haven't done anything. Don't assume that just because your boys, girls, man, I got this girl in DI, man, that's my girlfriend. What? Where'd you meet her? I met her in I ain't gonna say Sosua because we all know Sosua is like, yeah. So let's not go there. I met her in Santiago. Oh man, all of them gonna say, all Dominican women gonna cheat on you. Man, she ain't gonna be faithful. You get cheated on. I know dudes that are married to married to Dominican women in happy marriages, and their situation was just like mine. They were still living in the States in the beginning of the relationship, but they were making frequent trips. You see how I did that? They were making frequent trips to go see their future wife in DR. Got married, and the wife in DR was going back and forth because she was like, in one case, the wife was like, I don't want to live in the United States. You can have your country. I tried it. It ain't for me. I met a guy last night. Shout out to my boy Jose. Last night, got him a woman from the coffee region. Sweet as she want to be. She's been to the United States 100 times. Her son, I think she said her son is her son. I think he said her son is either in college or is a chef in Miami. So she's always been going to Miami. So she could always had decided she wanted to live over there. She could have lived in the United States. She was like, no, they live in Armenia. Happy couple. He a Puerto Rican dude. Cool as can be. That's my dude. I got his number in my phone. But she said, USA for me. I like my little small. She's from Armenia. You know, anybody knows Armenia, where the giant Guatape rock is. I think it's in Armenia. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you guys, there's some good women out here. Not every woman wants to be in the United States. So don't create in your mind these red flags. Ask. Well, if she cheating on me, she ain't gonna tell me. Dude, can I say something? Let's be real. Let's be real. I'm talking to y'all as your brother. We in a barbershop. You know your woman ain't, don't you? You knew she wasn't before she got back on that plane. Before you got back on that plane, you knew that. We don't never want to admit that part. We your boys, we don't say nothing to you till after the relationship because we don't want you to get your feelings hurt, so we don't say nothing. But we know the chick that you brought her around, we're like, man, she ain't. Will knew Jada wasn't. All this that's going on now, we all been knowing for years. We've been talking about Will and Jada like this for years. It ain't like we all of a sudden something just popped up like, oh my God, Will and Jada, can't believe it. We was looking at Alicia Keys sideways when she made that song about black relationships, like Will and Jada. We looking like Will and Jada. You chose Will and Jada to be an example of a positive black couple? Are you crazy? We were looking at Alicia, girl, you need to take that lyric out your song. You the same way when you come to Colombia, dude. You'll pick a wife, pick a girlfriend game is shot. Some of you dudes are horrible at picking a woman. That's why you left the States. You blaming a woman for being horrible. No, you pick horrible women. It's on you. Yeah, you, bro. Just like it's some women that pick that constantly, you could put them on Antarctica. They will pick a horrible penguin. They don't even pick the nice penguin. They'll pick a horrible penguin. That's how bad they are when it comes to picking personalities. It's some women I got people I used to tell this. I said, you couldn't pick a good man if that was his last name, Paul Goodman. So when your woman, my DR chick, she cheated on me. You ever notice ain't none of your boys surprised? None of them. If Andrea cheated on me and I confessed it and said, guys, Andrea just cheated on me, man. She cheated. Outside of the Colombian stereotype, most of you guys, when you narrow it down, just thinking about Andrea, the Andrea that you know, most of you guys would be surprised. Like, what? Andrea cheating? What? Oh, no, not Andrea, too. Most of y'all be like, flat, like, no. If I'm down here cheating, other than the stereotype of American men or just a man being a man, other than that stereotype, you guys will look at me like, Andre down there clowning? Come on, Dre, you know better. You know better, Dre. What you doing, man? Most of y'all be on me. Why? Because I ain't known for that. I don't care myself like that. Andrea ain't known for that, even by you guys. So you guys will be like, what? Not Andrea. No, Andrea, you got to be lying. Not Andrea. It can't be Andrea. Other than the stereotype that all women or all men, blah, blah, blah. We know that exists. But for the most part, because of how Andrea has carried herself, you will be somewhat surprised. Just like you surprised if I was to say, well, I smoke cigarettes. You'd be like, what? Dre smokes cigarettes? Or if Andrea says she smokes cigarettes, you'd be like, what? I'll sneeze. Woo. Don't you hate when you got to sneeze and it doesn't come? You be like, okay, it's going to happen. Some of you guys picking skills is shot. You know, at this stage of life, you know personalities, man. You know personalities at this stage. If you at this stage of life where you over 40 and you don't know how to pick a personality by now, that's on you, player. I'm gonna tell you, I could tell a female ain't like that. Give me 4 seconds with her, and I'll tell you, she ain't. No, that ain't for you, bro. And some of y'all, I'll sit back and I smile like we do in the States. I'll sit back and smile. I'll be like, oh man, you got your girl. All right, dude, I'm glad for you, bro. Oh, she seems like a nice girl. In the back of my mind, I'm like, she ain't. I don't know if it's about spidey senses. And then 4 months later, here you go calling me. Hey, Dre, she cheated on me. She cheated on me. I saw that in 4 seconds of meeting her. You did too. That's my point. You saw she wasn't. See, I got to blur my own words out because Andrea been on me about cussing. So, you know, we old enough, men, we old enough to know now. We know good women and we know women that ain't right. That's my point. We old enough now. And when you ignore all the red signs, red flags, and try to turn her into Six Flags, that's on you. My point, I'm going to say that again. If you ignoring all the red flags because you did it while you was in the States and you keep trying to turn these red flags women into Six Flags women, that's on you. And the same rules apply for you ladies. If you have always chosen bad relationships in the States and you choose a bad one outside the United States, what's the common denominator? You. So one of the things that you don't want to do is come across as insecure. All right, let's see. Am I dipping? Can't fail if you are already on your purpose. True. Women will always be there. True. Have an abundance mindset. Absolutely correct. Good point, Renee. Good point. As you focus on you and becoming the best version of you, the universe says this: if like attracts like, and you're the best you, guess what type of you are going to be brought on? Better people, good people will be attracted to you. And mind you, you can have financial success and not be a good person, and a person that still has some stuff. Ask Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp ready to jump off a bridge right now because of that white girl got him going crazy. So just because you got money or you got fame, don't mean that you still ain't got some stuff that need to be worked on. And I bet you Johnny Depp boys was telling him, dude, don't marry her. Why? She ain't. Nobody can be honest with us. At least when I got ready to marry Andrea, it was like 3 of you guys that called me personally and asked me the hard questions. The why this person, why this time in your life. You guys called me, about 3 or 4 dudes called me, and you weren't being nosy. You were just trying to make sure that I was making the right decision for my stage of life and with the person I want to be with. Even though you guys had seen Andrea for 2 years, they still gave me a call, congratulated me, and made sure that I was ready to be the best man for her and that she was ready to be the best woman for me. Because it wasn't even about just her being good for me. They wanted to make sure that Andre wasn't gonna mess it up. Andre, you know how you like the ladies. You sure you want to do this, bro? Andre, you know how you like them tall ones. You know, Andre only 5'5". You sure you want to do this, bro? All you ever be with is like 5'9", 5'10", 6 footers, Andre. Are you sure you want to be with the short girl? Because if you marry a short girl from this day forth, all you're gonna do is glance at the tall girls. Are you ready for this? They asked me the hard questions about me. They wasn't even all on her. They wasn't like, man, I don't know if you should marry her. She ain't right. They was on me. Make sure I was right for her. I appreciate about them brothers that actually reached out to me. I wasn't mad or angry. But in most cases, men can't do that. Why? Because the truth will come out that either you ain't or she ain't. And you don't want to hear that from nobody. Women, you the same way. Can't nobody tell you nothing because you know deep down inside when you first got with that dude, even if his intimacy was good or he was funny or he was making good money, but at the end of the day, the chemistry, the true chemistry for a long-term relationship was not there. So what do, ladies? You hang around for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, hoping he'll change, hoping he'll marry you, and he doesn't. And what happens to you, ladies? What happens? You guys break up, and 6 months later, he's married to Kimberly down the street. He's married to Aisha. He's married to Maria. You was with him 9 years, hard times, good times, bad times. And you knew the chemistry was never going to be there, but you stuck it out. And you finally woke up and you said, this is not working for me, and you break up. And 6 months later, how many times, I know you ladies, a bunch of you ladies could put the 1 in the comment section for that. How many times either you or one of your girlfriends was married to a dude, was with a dude, hoping he would change or hoping he would marry you. He never did, from high school all the way through. And then as soon as he broke up with you, not even a year later, he happy. His new girl is pregnant. They married and they about to buy a house. And you looking at him like, is this the same irresponsible, no bill paying? I had to pay all the bills. I had to do all of this. Is this the same man? Why wasn't he doing all that stuff for me? Why? Because to him, you wasn't. You wasn't to him. And for you, he wasn't. But you wouldn't let it go. Your little pride wouldn't let it go, and you would let it ride throughout the years because your mama know him, your pastor know him, your kids know him, you had another kid by him. All of this caused you to stay in a relationship for 9 years, and he never even glanced at you talking about buying a ring. Ever. Never talked to you about, you talked about marriage, but he never talked about marrying you. And he married somebody else. or he got a passport and married somebody else in another country. Your baby daddy, yours, your baby daddy. Like I said, number 5, when it comes to men being insecure, do not create red flags. And as the brother said, focus on becoming a better version of you, and you will gravitate better people. Let me put it like this. If I was the same, like I said, I think I said this past weekend, if I was the same idiot when it came to women that I was in the States before I got myself together, start going to counseling, get my mind right, start focusing on the spiritual Andre, start focusing on getting my money up, start focusing on networking with the right people in the world, the universe would have never gave me an Andre, because I wouldn't have been good. I would have been ready for Andre. It wasn't about being good enough. I would have been ready to appreciate and keep an Andrea. I'd have it up. The old Andre would, yeah, easy. The old Andre, man, please. I'd have been down here cheating my off. Are you crazy? Man, the old Andre, before I got help, before I got my passport and started traveling and realized the value of who I was in other parts of the world. Man, if I'd have just came down here, just regular old Andre, man, please. Man, there would not have been a love crossing borders. No, Andre would have got rid of me so fast, like, no. She would have said, no, this does not work for me. He is not for me. Most we would have had was some good intimacy, and she would have kicked me to the curb. And I couldn't blame her. Why? Because I wasn't. And some of y'all don't want to admit to yourself, you got to grow up. You over 40, grow up. You know what a good woman is, and you know what a trash woman is. You know when it's red flags, and you know when it's not red flags. Don't continue to create red flags when you have a good woman. Enjoy her. But if you got a trash woman and you know she trash, stop trying to make her into something she ain't, especially in these other countries. Your woman is trash. That means that your woman picking skills is trash. Let me go to the comment section. You finally can put your foot in your mouth. Let's see. Oh, okay. Omar says, and I'm gonna get to the super chats in a second. Omar says, that's what I don't get, or that's what I don't get. Dudes don't want to be stepdaddies here in the United States, but will go to Latone, which is I think the airport, and get a microwave family. True. Oh, Latin America. Thank you. Latin America. And get a microwave family like their name is Usher Raymond. This is my confession. I don't get that either. If it was so difficult for you to be a stepdad, and you are anti-stepdad in the United States, you like, I ain't gonna be nobody's stepdad, I ain't gonna raise another man's child. If you was all on that when you was in the United States, what makes it so different when you're outside the United States? Oh, she fine, and she got an accent, and she Colombian, or she Brazilian, or she Italian, or she Portuguese, or she French, or whatever it may be, whatever country. Oh, she in Thailand. I mean, you dudes be Omar, man, these dudes be stepping up into the daddy role like they Russell Wilson down here in Colombia. You dudes get off the plane and be daddy daycare. You dudes come down here and you Mr. Mom it to the nth degree, and got the audacity to talk about the single mothers in the United States. I don't want one. I ain't raising another man's child. And I sit back and I see y'all, that's half of you dudes, that's all y'all sleep with. That's all y'all mess with. That's all y'all talk to is single mothers. Well, everybody in Colombia got kids. Really? Because most of the women that I was messing with when I was single, They ain't had no shorties. They had careers. I.e. Andre Wallace. Now Andre Wallace Spence now, but my point is, he's right. Y'all sit up there and want to complain about the sisters having all these. 80% of all children are born out of wedlock in the Black community. Women have hit the wall in the United States. I don't want to raise another man's child. And will get your butt off the plane and be booed up with a baby mama. Fast, and quick in a hurry. Hypocrites. Now, to those of those in the world that said, I be with that's in the States that say, hey, I ain't got no problem if she got a kid, no kids, I got kids. So, if dudes, for you dudes that are like that, cool, I got you. But all you do is that's all mouthy against the sisters and the ladies in the United States, and then will take your little happy tail to another country and do exact opposite of what you said you wouldn't do in the United States. This brother's absolutely correct. I don't get it either. Just say it doesn't matter or just be honest. If you like a person, no matter if they got kids, that's cool. That's the mature thing. Just no matter. She got kids, cool. If she don't, cool. But don't sit up there and be in the States trying to put the sisters down because they got kids. I never be with her. I never be. And you come over here to these other countries. You went to Brazil and she the most beautiful mother you ever saw. I give you that. And so now all of a sudden you want to be daddy daycare. Man, please. Y'all funny. All right. You got to fit those Sims tolerances. You got those Sims tendencies at the cribs. If not, they're traveling to yeah, that's true. Sad but true. We do have guys that are in the simp fields. We got Simpsons that got passports. Not all men, not even most men and most women, but there are enough to notice. Okay, you see where I'm at? Yes, I do. I see that. I wasn't there to waste time explaining something that was widely known. Okay, I'm dipping. Okay, Felicia, Queen Felicia, it was really good to have you on the live stream the other day. You blessed my day. Well, didn't you tell her what I'm dipping? See, I gotta realize when I'm dipping. This it kind of like step to the side. Yeah. Okay, let me see where I can get some. If there's anything that you guys have to say. Let me get down to the super chat too. Scroll down, Dre. Scroll down, brethren. All right. Oh man, the Russian Nigerian in the building. My man, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in a while. Okay. Russian Nigerian says, oh, he's talking about the Professor, aka Minister Spence, Minister Dre, dropping facts. Thank you once again, man, for the super chat. First of all, man, I appreciate that. Dropping facts, preaching, passing, the collection played around. Always appreciate your brilliant content. Looking forward to the YouTube course. Yes, we're actually working on that right now, me and Dave. So I'm excited about that. And continue the growth. Absolutely correct. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys, man. I really do. All right. He said, unrelated to your topic, Andre, can you cost range the average rent per month in Cali? 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. What we pay, and like I say, in our neighborhood, in our community, we pay. It will be between 200 to. I'm sorry. It will be between on average with 380, but we got an excellent deal. So I'll say between $400 to $600 a month for what you're looking at. And I would say that also you're going to put that $400 to $600 a month. That includes your cable, your utilities, your washer and dryer unit. Now you've got some areas that's like down the block in the Manga area, in the La Florida area, that's even nicer. And their apartments are like $1,000 a month with big view, giant living rooms, giant, I mean, beautiful. They're $1,000 a month with a swimming pool and the gym and the whole, I mean, just really, really beautiful area. And like I said, they're right down like a 10-minute walk away if you're walking, 2-minute drive. And theirs are $1,000 a month, but it's like these giant penthouses that's all inclusive with the swimming pool. I mean, you live in a Scarface life for $1,000 here in Colombia if you paying that much for a place. And so, but on average, for a really nice place like we have, I would say 600 and under. Because when I say nice place, I'll also consider the neighborhood, location. So, like I say, if Andrea takes the truck and she's gone, her and her mom are just hanging out for the day, I don't have to feel isolated because everything is in walking distance. That's just like Marcus. Marcus just got here yesterday. I was able to walk to his hotel room, which is connected to the mall. A 5.5-minute walk for me. TA, my boy, lives right around the corner. So Marcus, he decided, like he just announced earlier, he's going to move into our neighborhood because he's going to be down here for a while. So now Marcus is around the corner. So everything is in walking distance. The stores, if I want to send out a package, FedEx is right around the corner. All the breakfast restaurants and lunch spots are all around Colombia. Even some of the best bars, all of them in walking distance. So we're like, hey, let's walk to this bar. Let's walk to that bar. All of it is in walking distance. So on average, if you're paying about $600 a month in Cali area, you're really in a good neighborhood. You're really out north or in Granada in a really, really nice neighborhood. Now, remind you, that $600 is usually for a non-furnished apartment. It's usually for a non-furnished apartment. So if you're going to come here, be ready to drop some money down on getting a bed before you get here, or getting a get your bed, your refrigerator if it doesn't cover the refrigerator, and get your television and build from there. Basically that's how we did it. I kid you not. We just said, okay, I need a California king bed because I'm a tall brother, and television and refrigerator, and I'll get the rest of it once I finally move down there. And so that's what we did. Once I finally moved down, we just got all the living rooms set, and we got this, we pay for that, we pay for this. Then we got the studio all set up. So there we go. This is the second bedroom. So this is the second bedroom, the studio. Good question. Compared to the United States, let's put it like this. The area that we live in, and I'm going to compare it to Tampa prices, since that's what I know. The area that we live in, we would be paying, if I was back in the States, I would be paying with all utilities and the bills in the area, probably $2,500 a month. That doesn't include the utilities and the cable and everything. I'll probably, just for the apartment itself, I'll probably be paying $2,500 a month easy, especially the way the prices of rent have gone up in the United States. So that goes to show you that the same bang for your buck, I'm paying $380 sometimes, depending on the actually our rent has gone up. Our lease, we just did a new lease just recently. My bad. We're not paying $380 anymore. We're paying $420. $420, that's what we're paying. So an extra, like what, $40, $50, $60. So that's what we're paying every month. And then, like I said, with the rate of the dollar exchange, when it fluctuates, there are times where we pay less. It'll go back down to like $390. Good question. Excuse me. Okay, that's a question for Don. Can you give? No. I'm dipping in the conversation. Super chat. Dimitri, collection plate. Catching on, Dre. Remember where it comes from, man. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. And anytime you guys have any questions about living here in Colombia, let me know, because I can answer some of those questions as well. I'm going to be on here maybe another 20, 25 minutes. I don't want to hold you guys up too late. You know how wordy I can be. Okay. Number five. Number five, when it comes to how not to come across insecure to women in South America. Number five is men thirsty for sex rarely get the good women. Most guys think that when you come to Colombia, Colombian women are just, I'm down for the sex day one. If you really know and live here in Colombia, the decent Colombian women and the average, not the party girls that most of us meet while we're on vacation, they don't move like that. They don't move like that. Decent women, you ain't gonna get the first night. Not most decent women. Now, are there some women that's like, hey, I like you, I want you, you want me, let's get together? Yeah, you can do that. That's some really decent women, really nice, sweet women that guys have been with the first night. That's just how the world works. But for the most part, with Colombian women, most of the decent ones that you really may want to keep, you ain't gonna be hitting the first night every time. Sometimes you will meet something like that, and sometimes you won't. So don't automatically think when you get down here, you get off the plane, every good woman you meet is going to give it up to you the first night. It doesn't always work out like that. You can't even do that in the States. A lot of times people come down here and think like it's an extra hypersexual gene in sexy women in South America. I'm going to repeat that. I don't know what you guys be thinking. Just because the women are sexy doesn't necessarily mean that they're like, I'm a sex monster, I'm a sex robot. That's all I do is sex. These women are human beings. What the women in DR, even if they like to have a lot of sex? Let's say you're in Brazil and women like to have a lot of sex. Let's say you're in DR, with Thailand. Let's say you're in countries where it's just known for sex. Iceland. Yeah, Iceland, women will not date you until they had sex with you. Because they said, if your sex is trash, I don't want to fall in love with somebody with trash sex. So they get you, in Iceland, they have sex like right then and there. And then the woman said, okay, now let's go on the first date. That's crazy, right? We would look at them like crazy, right? Ladies in the United States would be like, what? You mean that you gave your body to a man first and then you went on the date? Well, every country ain't the United States, like I said. Yeah, Iceland, I know it's a small country, but hey, maybe it'll catch on, in other countries. Sex first and then the date? And when you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Because who wants to fall in love with somebody that's got trash sex? But here in South America, if you are too thirsty, if you sex thirsty, man, real women get turned off by sex thirsty dudes. Like, come on, man, I'm gonna give it to you. You coming on too strong. I'm only here for 5 days, girl. Well, you know what? You need to go to Gusto's in Medellin, or go to the Clock Tower, or go to Parque Yeris. Leave me alone. There are women that will tell you, leave me alone. You are too thirsty. Women in South America love sex just as much as women in any part of the world, any other part of the world. But you guys think because they are sexy, that is amplified. And there's so many sexy women in South America that it must be super amplified. All those sexy women, they must be having sex 100 times a year. Maybe not. Don't come down with the assumption that sex is amplified. Now, do they consider being romantic and sexual intimacy and having sex on another level? Yes, they do. It is on a completely, sorry, ladies in the United States, your sex game is not like women in South America. Sorry. North America, y'all might be good, but y'all ain't that good. Sorry. That's why the brothers still getting on these planes and spending their last dollar to get back to Brazil. It ain't for a brisket, okay? It ain't to see samba dancings. It's because it's something that she's shaking in that bedroom, okay? But dude, you can't come across thirsty to every woman in every country, man. I got partners that do. It's so is it just me, or is it embarrassing how thirsty some of the dudes be acting? They be with you. You go out to a club, some dudes be so extra thirsty. Like you be like, dude, calm down. They ain't going nowhere. We got them all. You know, I'm that old bull. Let's walk down the hill and get them all, young bull. Yeah, man, you can't do that here in South America. You cannot. I know you only here for 10 days. Go get you a pro. Like I said, go get you a pro. I'm talking to men that are looking for something solidified. Whether you got one girlfriend down here, two girlfriends, maybe three, but at least these ladies care about you. You care about these ladies, or the lady, the one lady in your life you care about. I'm talking to you dudes. But all you thirsty dudes, man, y'all gonna mess it up. You gonna mess it up not for us, but for yourself. There is a statement about American men that they say about us here in Colombia. We are some thirsty. Yep. See, I live here, so I get a chance to hear all the good stuff. So you get back on the plane, you don't get a chance to hear the previews. You don't get a chance to hear your own Yelp. I get a chance to hear your Yelp, right? I get a chance to hear your reviews. And one of the reviews that they say about us American men, I kid you not, they say we move too fast. We are thirsty. And Andre was like that with me. Yeah. Andre like, man, you moving fast. I'm like, oh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do a relationship. What we gonna do? Let's go. What are we gonna do? You know, because in the States, everything is business. So it's like, come on, let's not waste time. I like you, you like me. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's get. And it wasn't even about the sex. It was just about like, hey, you the one. I ain't about to waste no time. Let's go. You a good one. I'm a good one. We got good chemistry. Let's go. And Andre on me like, player, slow down. I ain't going nowhere. Slow your roll. So I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be that American that came across as just moving fast, because to us, time is money. Money is time. I got you. But I'm talking about the thirsty dudes. I mean, dudes look like they got drool coming out their mouth. They thirsty. Look at her. She's so ready. I gotta have her. How much for the girl? You dudes. I don't like sitting next to you dudes. I'm like, man, look at this dude. Man, talk to your boy. Some of y'all cool, but y'all bring a thirsty dude with y'all. I'm like, man, what's with your boy, man? Man, that dude, man, hey, man, he can't co with us no more. Your boy can't co with us no more. He too thirsty, man. Yes, American men, not the European. See, European dudes known for being dirty. And I don't mean like dirty, like they're some dirty dudes. I mean, they know for being filthy, stinky, funky. Yes, if you over in Europe, they talk about here in Colombia and South America, they like them European dudes need some deodorant, some soap, and some cologne. Y'all known for y'all funk. I mean, y'all talking about y'all like Parliament, the OJs back in the day. Y'all known for funk, like Grand Central Station. Y'all known for funk, like the Brothers Johnson, funk, like Heat Wave, funk. We talk about like who was another Average White Band, funk. Chicago back in the day before they started singing slow jams. Chicago, funk. KC and the Sunshine Band, funk. White boys in Europe, y'all famous for being some nasty. Down here, even when we see y'all in the club, we be like, why y'all look so ragged? Everybody in the club looking clean and nice. Y'all look like y'all just came out of a cavern in the club. Doesn't even matter if it's a white boy or a white girl. We could tell that y'all some backpackers without even having a backpack on. Dude, why you pack everything in your backpack but a comb? Deodorant. Got news for you. White people, y'all need lotion too. Face and arms looking all dry. You just standing out and you just on the dance floor just swinging that funk. Just a swinging it. And you wonder why you don't see that many brothers in the brothels. I mean, in the hostels. Because y'all European, y'all ain't known for being thirsty for the ladies, but y'all known for being funky. Y'all know. Y'all are not known for y'all deodorant. Bet that. You are not known. They do not see you white boys getting off the plane and saying, he looks like he's going to be wearing some nice cologne. Y'all stink, man. White boys, tell your brethren. On Love Crossing Borders, they dropping bombs over there, letting white boys know you need to wash your nasty before you start coming to the club or getting off the plane and talk about dating some of these Colombian women. Y'all be looking raggedy. Y'all be looking like hard times. Ain't ladies, same thing with you. You be looking, ladies. So you couldn't do nothing to your hair. You couldn't do nothing. The closest comb you got is your fingers. White girls, if the only comb you got is your fingers, you need to stop coming to South America because they don't play that in South America. South America want clean teeth. They want clean hair, if you got hair. They want cologne. They want you to smell good perfumes. Some of you white girls, y'all be getting off them. And some of the most cutest European girls, y'all be cute. Y'all just be looking raggedy. Look down at your feet. Look like you just walked in nothing but quicksand and sand. So you go come to the club and not wash your feet, huh? You ain't washing your feet, huh? So you're gonna come to the club, not wash your feet in sandals too, huh? So you're gonna wear some sandals that you made when you was in Tibet here in Colombia, huh? So you're gonna wear them nasty Tibet sandals that you made by hand in the club. This is a salsa club. How you gonna salsa in sandals? If Colombians don't salsa in sandals, why you gonna do it in nasty Tibet sandals? Yeah, some of you white girls, y'all need to get together. Y'all known for being funky. But back to the brothers in the States. Thirsty. That's what we are known for. ATM machines, because you always want to leave with money. So now they think every man in the United States got money. And no, most of y'all only 9 to 5 working dudes who came on vacation it was splurging. And you're known for being thirsty. Doesn't matter if you're Black American or white American. You could be Asian American. As soon as they find that you're American, oh, he thirsty. I'm going to get some money. Most of the time, they try to get money from you because they know you're thirsty. They do. They be like, oh, this old thirsty American. I know I'm going to get a few dollars from him. Oh, I got you, brother. I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice the hearts, brethren. I got love for you too, brother. All right. Dune West. Thankfully, I already got a very nice lady in Cali. That's what's up, brother. I appreciate hearing that. That's good news. She's the reason why I'm able to buy property. Damn. Connections. Like to hear that, man. I really like to hear that. The dollar goes about 3 to 4 times in Colombia. Absolutely correct. Wow, I didn't know that about bird. Yeah, about bird. Yeah. Oh, am I that far back behind? We still talking about the birds? Bruce Rain, thank you for the super chat, brother. The hell no. in regards to the pay for play. I'd rather travel for scenery, and the women would, the women would be the icing on top. Absolutely correct. But paying for that, never, never, no, never. Yeah, I'm with him. I'm with him on that one as well. Call me naive. I didn't know about pay for play until after I started traveling. And I mean pay for play in other countries. I was actually traveling for the other countries. I actually want to see Europe. I actually want to see South America, Panama, Mexico. I didn't know nothing about this pay for play world, the manga travel. I didn't know that this existed. None of this. I had a partner took me to a brothel the first time. He was like, let's go to we're in Medellin. He like, come on, let's go. I'm gonna take you somewhere. I'm like, okay, all right. And I don't know where we going. All I know is we walk up some stairs, right? Some of you guys may know what I'm talking about. In Medellin, right? And I'm walking up, I sit down, I meet some other guys who I'm real cool with to this day. Some military brothers. So we all chopping it up. All of a sudden, we see a line of some of the most beautiful women. And these women walk out one at a time, come shake our hand. And anybody that's been to South America can attest that even in the strip clubs, many of the strip clubs, they do this too. Not all, but many, they do that too. Shake your hand, introduce themselves, and they walk by. So now you're trying to remember, was that number 12, was LaQuanda number 12 or number 21? Because I got to get me some of that LaQuanda. You just see this line and nothing but, I mean, it's like Miss America, Miss Universe in lingerie walking past, and you like, that was my introduction to the pay for play world. I was naive. I'm trying to find museums and artifacts. You know, I'm just a regular traveler. I'm trying to see if this is the country I want to live in or another country I want to live in. That's what I was traveling for. Then all of a sudden, you guys just introduced me to the madness of pay for play, the power. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that, man. Thank you for the super chat, brothers. And the only reason I confess that, because I know it's a lot of you brothers that was the same way. You traveling, doing your thing. All of a sudden, you come across some brothers who's like, hey, let's do some pay for play. You're like, well, what is this pay for play you speak of? And the next thing you know, you in the world of pay for play. But some dudes knew about it in the States, and that's why they started traveling. Because I heard about in Brazil that they blah, blah, blah. I didn't know nothing about all that. Even when Charles Tyler was talking, he was talking like, if you're looking for somebody serious, you look for real love. Even when I was watching Charles Tyler videos, it went over my head by way in regards to the pay for play part. I just did not. I was naive, man. I ain't gonna even lie. And I guess it was a good thing, because it caused me to not prejudge South America before I came to South America. But I didn't know nothing about that. We drove from Cali to Calumet Lake, and never saw any dead wildlife. No road. Yeah, you know, I never thought about that. It's true. You do not see roadkill in South America. All these animals, maybe because the animals, as soon as they see somebody dead, they're like, I'm about to eat that. That's not about to go to waste. So maybe the animals are because me and Andre are always driving to different places. We're always on the road. And you're right. You do not see roadkill. Or maybe the locals like, hey, that's a free meal right there. That's what you call fast food. Let's get that roadkill right there. But man, I haven't seen a squashed turtle. I haven't seen a bird dead on the road. None of that. But like I said, they do have vultures, and the vultures be in the air, and they be waiting. They got vultures and condors. We talking about some birds with 16 feet wingspans. We're talking about hawks that can fly 245 miles an hour. So when they see something down there, yeah, they gonna scoop it up. So I think it might be a scenario where roadkill ain't gonna be on the road long. But I've never seen any. You absolutely correct. Wow, I never thought about that. Thanks for the perspective. Thank you, brother, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Armand, you're a good man. Good man. Hope I pronounced your name correctly too. Amend or Armand? Ahmad. Or Mead. Okay, here we go. They may as well go on a cruise if they're looking for short-term hookup. Man, don't let that secret out the bag. Dudes ain't ready for that. If I was in the United States, I've been on 5 cruises, and there's a reason. If I couldn't get a passport, I would be a cruise junkie. You know how many hookups you get on a cruise? Man, please. Please. You think you go through them in South America, get on a cruise ship with a bunch of women on there. You talking about, boy, you married women, y'all dirty. Married women on cruise. Any dude that's letting his woman go on cruise ships, you better hope that you better hope your relationship is strong, because it will get tested by dudes like me, Dexter St. Jacques. It will get tested. The faithfulness of your relationship. If she going on a cruise and it's girls, and I don't care if she going on a cruise and it's girls, and half of them is her mama and her grandmama aunties. I don't need her mama, aunties, and grandmama. All I needed was her. Yeah, your wife. Yeah, yours. Oh man, cruises. Man, like I said, if I can't get a passport, man, listen, I'll be cruise hopping. Yeah. Yeah, he ain't lying about that one. Would enjoy meeting up with you in Cali. Email me. I'm going to put my email in. Email me. And when you get here, email me so we can exchange information. Now, I know I capitalized everything, but email me so we can exchange information. We had a good time last night, man. We had good, man. We was out. I mean, I just love you could just be outside, everybody just downtown, just dancing, music. Cali reminds me that I was telling somebody, no, I ain't gonna say nothing about Cali. I'm done. I already told you I ain't talking about Cali no more. I'm done. Okay. These countries really don't want to lock up Americans. Oh, listen. Don't say that about Colombia, because there's Americans locked up here right now. Don't say that about Ecuador, because there's some brothers that's been locked up in Ecuador right now. And they didn't do anything. Them brothers should be set free. They wrong for doing that in Ecuador. Might be more tolerance of BS for the sake of economy. I agree with that. I agree with that they're letting the pay for play slide for the economy. Yeah. Yeah, 360, brethren. 360. All included. Yeah, man. Everything included. And we live in a really nice neighborhood. That's my phone bill, man. That's what I'm saying. All the money that you guys can save and invest in other things. Well, I bought a nice condo with cash. Just have to pay monthly maintenance. See that? There you go. Yep, that's what we're doing. That's what our game plan is for next year. Buying, we want to get an apartment building, at least a 4-unit, but we may just go ahead and start buying units, and maybe in different locations throughout the city or throughout the country. So we want to have at least 4 we want to own 4 apartments here in Colombia, and so that's what our plan is, to start doing that next year. We got a lot going on for next year. $1,500 a month, take care of a family of 4. Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. I could see that, man. Outside the United States, man, it's such a and it's like you feel sad. I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, on this side of it, because our other channel is a political channel, so I do feel the pain that that everybody's going through at the gas pumps, at the gas stations, at the grocery store, is running out of food. I've every time you turn around, there's some type of diseases that's going on with one animal or another animal, whether it be the cows or whether it be the pork. You know, I feel y'all. I really do, because I'm down here and I'm living in South America, and I won't lie, I don't even have a tenth of the struggles and stress that y'all go through. And I work like the rest of it, like everybody else. I'm a human being just like everybody else, and it's sad. It's sometimes it's just hard to sit back and see what y'all go through when all you need to do is use your passport and get the hell up out of there. I understand those that got families and responsibilities and things like that, but if you're in a situation like I am, and you really don't have that many connections that you need to have back in the States, you know, go ahead, make your money, and when you're done making your money, if you want to retire in another country, it's available to you. Hey, Andre, I'm late. However, always good topic. Thanks for the invite. All right, brother, I'm glad that you made it. All right, today's topic was, because I'm going to be wrapping this up, and I'm going to give this another 14 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up at the 3-hour mark. But our topic today was how not to feel, or how not to come across as insecure to women in South America, especially Colombia. How not to come across as an insecure dude. You know, women do not like, in South America, they like a man's man. They do not like you come across as insecure. Number one was, don't fall for her too soon. That's an insecure move. Number two is, every woman doesn't have a price. I know y'all think that all women can be bought. That's not true. All women want provision, yes. Protection, yes. But she does not want to feel like you just purchasing her. Number three is, don't be jealous of her past. Every person has a past. Stop asking questions that you know you don't want the answers to. Stop it. Stop asking body counts. Stop asking her about how it was having sex with her ex. Tell me about your last relationship. None of that has to do with you. You're a completely different person than who she was with in the past. So stop asking all those unnecessary questions, because you know all it's doing is making you more insecure. It's not building up. I ain't never saw a dude feel confident after he heard what another dude did to his girlfriend in the past. Ever. I ain't never heard no dude ever say like, man, I feel so much better about my wife. Why, man? I know she really loves me. Why? Because she told me all the time that she got her back blew out by her ex-man. That's relationship building 101. No. Stop asking questions that you do not need or want or can handle the answer to. The next one, number 4, is, do not create red flags. Don't do that. Up in here, some of you dudes have good women and y'all chase them off because you created red flags up in here. The next one is, don't be thirsty. European men, you known for being funky. Get a shower, wash it, put some deodorant on, comb your hair. Stop walking in the clubs looking like you just fell off a mountain. That's how y'all look. Y'all look like y'all either climbed up the mountain or you fell off the mountain. Y'all some nasty looking. Listen here, my white brothers and sisters, somebody got to set precedents. Why not you? Why can't you be the white brother that shows the rest of the world all of us don't smell like wet dogs and baloney? Why can't you be the one to show the world that us white boys can be just as clean as you brothers and you sisters in the world, and you Asian brothers and you Latins too? Set a precedence. Do not be the average funky white boy, because y'all known around the world for being funky. I don't know if any brother ever told y'all that. I'm telling you, it ain't a white boy I won't tell this to. I'll tell this to every president, every prime minister, whoever it is. White boy president. Why, yes, Mr. Spence, you're funky. Go brush your teeth. Go get some mouthwash. Talk to your people. That's where the President Biden need to come in and talk to white people about funk. Yes, I'm not talking about racism. Don't be talking about, he's speaking racial. No, I'm speaking deodorant. I'm talking about clean. Wash your butt. Wash your hands after you use the bathroom, white people. What is wrong with you? You are nasty. You just gonna walk right. You just shook your body part. The splash went all over your hand, and you walk right back into the conference meeting, shaking your co-workers' hands with dry urine on you. You wipe you. Whenever I see a brother walk out the bathroom, about now, bruh. So you gonna touch that doorknob without watching your hands, man? Brother, don't do that. Come on. I say this. I kid you not. I say this to the brothers, and usually brothers, for a second, they'll get flared up like, you can't tell me what to do, until I say, come on, man, that's some white boy stuff. You know white boys do that. And then the brothers be like, yeah, you right, bro. You right. And then wash their hands. Or if I see a little shorty a little kid running out, hey, little man, come in, little brother. Nothing, wash your hands, man. The white people do that. White people walk out and be nasty. Y'all known for your nastiness. You're known for your nastiness. Work on that as a unit. Black people got stuff to work on. Asian people got stuff to work on. White people, soap and water is your friend. Some of y'all don't need a Bible. You just need some soap and some water, okay? And you be clean as if Jesus cleansed you, all right? Even Jesus cleans feet. White boys don't even clean feet, okay? Wash your hands. But back to thirsty. American men are known for being ATM machines and being thirsty than a muck. Stop it. You got to stop that, brothers, man. You will not keep a good woman every time you act too thirsty. I'm telling you. I'm letting you know now. You can't keep doing that and keep thinking that you're going to find the right woman you want. Because thirsty dudes try to find the right woman in the wrong places. I'll say this again. Thirsty dudes try to find the right woman, and y'all be sometimes going to ask the dudes in the comment section how many of us met our special person under the clock tower at night in Cartagena. Ask some dudes that's in DR that's happily married or in strong relationships and they're not married. Did he meet his wife at a brothel or at a nightclub in Sosua? Go and ask them. Go ahead, ask the dudes that live in Medellin that's been in some happy, good relationships with some good women. Did he meet her in the seedy part of Parque Years in Medellin? Some of y'all too thirsty. You so thirsty, you try to meet a good woman in bad places. And you wonder why it ain't working out. Man, I wonder why she cheating on me. I wonder too. All right, get a CP machine. A CPAP machine. Oh, you're talking about when I say I don't sleep. That's insomnia. What has helped me out a lot is the one brother sent me some like quiet meditation type of music that works like great for me. But I might try to. Wait a minute. The CPAP machine for when dude be putting that on the nose. Is that the one that got for the nostril? No, that ain't me, bro. That ain't me. I ain't gonna be sitting up there like I'm on my deathbed about to pass out because sounding like Darth Vader while I'm sleeping. I'm a roll over type of sex type of guy. I can't be trying to unmask myself and then get my mind ready for some late night intimacy. No, my brethren. I go ahead and listen to my meditation music. Andre, you are the best man in the world. You blessings will come your way. Success is yours. I'd rather do it that way. Like I said, if it's like a humidifier that's on the other side of the room, okay, I'm with that. But the machine that hooked up, no, I'm too healthy for that. No, I gotta listen, bruh. I got a 28-year-old wife. I'm already older. Do I need to look older too in bed? Look like I'm about to die in bed? And I got a young wife? She gonna be looking like, I didn't know my baby was that. You all right, baby? You all right? Sign these insurance papers, baby. Sign these insurance papers. No. I've been like this since I was a shorty. Yeah, y'all can have y'all have fun with that machine. All right, Russian, Nigeria. Professor Dre, aka premium content. Let's smash that like button. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Keep the collection plate moving. Thank you guys. Thank you all you guys that have donated this evening. We appreciate that. All right. Shout out to the brothers Dimitri for the collection plate concept. Y'all funny, man. I like y'all, man. Chill, Dre. You just stomping us out, making it work. Taxes. Oh, making it worse. Yeah. Dude. When you guys get a chance, just look up, even if you just go on a YouTube channel, just go on YouTube and look up tax breaks for US expats. It will amaze you how many tax breaks you get when you don't live physically in the United States as a US citizen. It's crazy. I mean, the first one you get is a tax exemption. This year it's $100, and they raise it every year. This year is $108,000. That means federal tax exemption. As long as I make less than $108,000, I don't have to pay federal taxes. I just got to file for the exemption with my regular taxes. Next year for 2023 is $112,000. The year before in 2020 it was $105,000. So they raised it up, just like they raised up Social Security cost of living adjustment. That's just one. That's just one tax break that you get when you live outside the United States. Man, yeah. Y'all funny, man. Y'all just studying. Andre, you get your sleeping in, brother. Just finished my first website. That's what's up. One step closer to becoming a front-end developer, man. That's what. See, get those online opportunities. Build them up, man. You can live anywhere in the world you want. Okay, brother said, bro, I met a DR sister with 3 kids, 6 to 14, from her husband of 12 years. I have one daughter. See, they work as a team. We're 15 years apart, and she's unwesternized sweetheart. See, she's bomb. I'm crazy. She's bomb. And I am crazy. I hope I read that. But I think I'm reading. If I'm reading correctly, brother, you're saying that everything is working well with you, and that's what my point is. If you're a type of guy that you have no problem with being with someone that has a child, that person has no problem with you having a child or you having children, it can work great. But for those guys that be in the States trying to put down mothers and then go to other countries and date a mother and even fall in love with the mother, it's like, aren't you a little bit hypocritical, brother? But I like your scenario. I like your story, man. Like I said, if it's you guys that are happy with the person that you're with, so be it, man. If you're happy with being in those type of relationships, let it be. I like when people are happy when they're in a relationship. Let me slide through some of these. Slide on through. All right. Just trapped here. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a trap. Let me go down a little further. Yes, I'm going to do that. I wrote that down. I'm going to do that. I might even do that this Friday, the tax break episode. So this Friday, up and coming for drink in hand, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be part of the topic because there are so many breaks, man. It will amaze you how many tax breaks that you get when you're expat. You like, what? Man, if I'd have knew all these breaks was going on, I'd have been left the country just on the tax breaks alone. Just on the tax breaks alone, I'd have been down in Mexico, at least Mexico. We have like 6 ways from even. Okay, I'm dipping in conversation. See, yeah, when you start making 6 figures, IRS start coming for your pockets. However, when you're making 6 figures to a certain extent, like I said, this year it's 108,000. That initial 6 figures is protected. You're like, okay, cool. I'll take that. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We have 64 people here. I know we had quite a few people coming in and out. Live stream, Felicia says, especially if you're on Medicaid. Yeah. It's I get so many emails and comments for the other channel because a lot of people don't realize on our other channel, Mostly Money, our audience is 66% white women over the age of 60 to 65 years old. So I get a chance to hear the household stories of what everybody's going through in the United States, the struggle that they're going through in the United States on our channel, Mostly Money. Make sure you subscribe. And everybody is struggling. Everybody's struggling. Even people that got money are struggling because they're like, man, my Bitcoin used to be worth. Now my Bitcoin is worth. So everybody's feeling the pinch. Dre, often rewatch your live stream. I do too. Because you drop facts like the expat travel tax information. I'm so excited about doing that one. But if you guys ever wonder if I watch the live streams, I do. Sometimes I sit back and I laugh at myself. I'll be like, man, that was funny. Or the information that was shared, I'm like, good. Or it's just that, when you guys come on the live streams, I get a chance to watch it again and see some of the things that you guys had to say when I have a panel up and I get a chance to actually hear what the panel has to say. Or sometimes I don't get a chance to go to the comment section, so I get a chance to hear what you guys had to say in a comment about something that I may have said. Like a couple weeks ago, I was just cursing up a storm. Just every other word was a curse. And I was like, in my mind. So I went back and watched it. It was a lot of cursing, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. Because when I got off the live stream, I felt kind of bad. Like, man, I was just cursing up like crazy. Come on, Dre, get it together. You don't want to be known as that guy that was unprofessional or disrespectful to your audience. And so I went back and watched it, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But in that moment, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, you got the potty mouth tonight, dude. What are you doing? So I go back and I watch the live streams quite often. Earned income is the highest tax income out there. Yes, it is. It is. It actually is. And that's what most of us have, earned income. Well, once I'm down there in the full time, I would like help. I like to help others to do what I did. Absolutely correct. That's one of the things that we do. We try to help as many people as we can, especially with our consultations. We do an hour consultation. We actually do 2 hours for $100. And I'm telling you, the insight in the game that I give you behind the scenes of how to methodically relocate to South America, just everything. I answer questions that you never even knew that you had. And the best thing that you can do for you, a lot of dudes be like, I'm not paying for a consultation. I ain't paying for $100. Like Taylor Made said on his channel, don't. He said, I told dudes to pay for consultations. They said they won't, and they lost thousands of dollars because they didn't want to pay. If you knew the amount of money that I pay to become a better content creator, to become better in marketing, and do some of the things that I do here in Colombia that I wouldn't be able to do in the States. I come out of a lot of money, but I make so much. It was well worth the investment to pay the amount of money that I kick out some change. And I'm talking about in the thousands. But it's to make me a better person. I have no problem with paying that money. No problem. It's not like I'm Mr. Super Baller. It's because I realize that this $500 course is going to make me $50,000. So I'm paying that $500 for that consultation. One dude's consultation is $1,000 an hour. But what he gives you is guaranteed to help you make $100,000 that year and continue to make $100,000 every year. And a lot of dudes will sit back and say, I'm not paying $1,000 for a consultation. That's why you're not making that $100,000 on top of whatever it is that you're already making. If you think Jay-Z and all those dudes and Puffy and all of them just got at the top and didn't have to pay for consultations or didn't have to pay for whatever it was, counseling, or they didn't have to pay for assistance or didn't have to pay for connections. Jay-Z and them saying they'll send a gift to a millionaire. And that gift that they send to that person may have cost $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 for that gift. That gift was a connection. So when when Jay-Z needs that advice from that person remembers that's that young man that sent me that $10,000 gift. What do you need, Jay? So when I say $100 for 2 hours of consultation, I promise you, I'm saving you a world of headache of trying to do it on your own. Just like the consultations that I paid for have saved me a world of headache from trying to do it on my own. And I even hit up somebody that doesn't even offer consultations to pay for a consultation. Hey, bruh, I know you don't offer consultations on your channel, but what you do, I'm trying to do for our 4th channel. How much would you charge me to walk me through that process? Oh, I'll charge you $300. What's your Cash App? Why? Because I know I'm going to get that back tenfold easy in the next 6 months. Yeah, man. Kid you not. So when I talk about, it's not like I'm telling y'all, I'm suggesting to y'all to do so. I do the exact same thing. Okay, dental implant on a single tooth, man, that's a down payment on a house here. A nice little chunk. My government dental insurance max benefits, it's only $2,000 a year. Ooh, sucks, man. Goodness gracious. And then you got the high deductibles. I probably pay for my high blood pressure pills, the pills I just showed y'all, maybe $3. My checkups are maybe $6 for a full scale. I'm talking about the whole thing, MRI, a whole gambit, just blood tests, everything done. Remember, we're working next year on having our first child. So I know a lot of you already described it. I had a vasectomy in 2007. I didn't think I was gonna meet nobody. I didn't want to have any kids at that time period. So now I got my homeboy. He got his reversed. He got little kids running around, driving them crazy, little kids, right? So I'm like, now with Andrea, we both are methodic in regards to our thoughts. So we're like, let's build our relationship first. Let's not have kids right out the gate. So now we've been together and married long enough. So we're like, okay, now it's time to bring a child in. And so now I'm doing all these checkups, make sure my body is on track, because in a couple months I'll be getting the reverse. Actually, in a few weeks, actually, be getting the reversal done. So, but with all those checkups and making sure my body up tight and everything, and even getting a reversal done, it's what you pay for a tooth. That is like all my exams and getting the reversal taken care of. That's like 20 times the amount of what I'm paying to do, and he's just paying for a tooth. Man, they're killing us in the United States. I swear. Okay, man. Drees. Okay, man. I'm trying to get. Okay, I think I'm overreading it. Bruce. It's depressing here. Yeah. Taxes on my 4-bedroom tour, 4-bathroom condo. 500. Yeah. Boy, that taxation, boy, they coming for you. But that's not bad right there. In Cali, yeah, in Cali. Hey, Dunn. They don't. The funny part is they don't. I already said I'm not going to talk about Cali anymore. So that's. Let me go by. Let me go by. I was about to show some houses in Cali. That's what's going to happen. You won't be coming down here tearing stuff up. No. Okay, Mr. Gilmore, winning ticket. Get about. Okay, I didn't get that one. I was dipping. Thanks again, once again, for the super chat, brother. Professor Dre, more for the collection plate, just for the tax expert tips, reduce retirement costs, yes, etc. Keep us posted on YouTube, on the YouTube course. Yes, I will, definitely. What myself and Tech TV Dave, we're working together to put together a thorough but easy YouTube course for guys and ladies to be able to start your own YouTube channel successfully. Anybody can start a YouTube channel, but how do you take it from 0 to 100,000 subscribers? How do you do that? We're going to show you step by step how it is done. You might not land at 100,000, but if you land at 40, 50, 60,000, I'm talking about the income that you bring in. And I'm talking about the income, not just from YouTube, Google AdSense. I'm talking about the behind this. See, y'all just basically know about the YouTube money. Y'all forget all the connections that we have for our other things that we do behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, there's so much that's done. So much revenue that springboards off of YouTube. We got an email list of over 3,000 people. As soon as I drop my book, got 3,000 people that potentially could buy the book just for my email list. Our t-shirts still selling, still doing great. Amazon affiliate sales doing good. So all these things that we're going to teach inside the course. How to do your thumbnails, how to do your thumbnails and your titles from your phone, how to do the best titles, all those little things. So yeah, thank you again for the super chat, my brother. Let me scroll down, because I am way past. I know I was that far behind, man. Okay, let me go back here. Kevin C, my bad, Kevin. Andre, I visit C America numbers numerous time. Got married, reside in Honduras. I heard it's nice over there, as far as that area of Central America that most people take for granted. Honduras, except to return to the States for business and to visit family. Thank you, Kevin C. First of all, for the super chat. Thank you for your testimony. Yeah, and basically that's what you go back to the States for. Just to visit family, take care of business, visit some friends, and then you like, let me go home. Because the United States that we know, no longer, See, I've been going 4 years. I only went back one time. The United States that I knew in 2000, what, 18, 19, that's gone. Actually 2017. That United States is gone. It's gone. I mean, in the sense of like kids are older, families have moved on. People that lived in certain areas that I knew have moved into different areas of the city. People that had jobs at the old place where I worked, working at other places. You know, I follow a lot of my old friends on Facebook. The world has evolved. The United States has evolved since I left. So when I step back in the States, the United States that I knew is gone. All the places that I would normally go to, some of those places are still open. Some of them have closed down because of the pandemic. So yeah, I'm with him. So when he goes back home, he's like, home sweet home. And there are some good women outside the United States, but as long as you look for only party women, and ladies, as long as you looking for party guys, you will find that. But don't look at the rest of us who have found good people for our lives as if it's an anomaly, or like it's so rare to find a good one. No, it's not. It's not. It's not that hard. When you finally decide that you are tired of being Mr. Party, when you're tired of sleeping with her. Now, some dudes, they want to, you want to live the rest of your life like that. I got a couple partners down here. They got several women that they take everywhere that they go. They got money and they can just do it, bro. Live your way. But this love crossing borders. I'm talking to guys like Kevin C, who are like settled down spirits, like I am. There's like I had all that. I did everything that y'all doing, man. I'm not about to do that to the grave. Kevin's not about to do that. My boy Ernest. Shout out to Ernest in DR. Brothers in this chat, and ladies in this chat that have found true relationships, whether you're married or not married. They're like, been there, done that. I'm good. Now let me sit my butt down somewhere, have some kids, see some grandkids, see what a front porch look like. And I'm trying to see what a couple I'm tired of being a part of somebody else's generations. I want to see my own generations. I want to see a kid, or be at least old enough to see maybe a baby. If I live long enough, maybe see a baby grandkid in 30 years with them strong Spence Taylor jeans. Yeah, my family name's Taylor's. Strong Spence Taylor jeans with the cheekbones. Yeah. So I'm with the brother. I'm happy for you, man. Okay. Look at Andre. I beg the difference, brother. Okay, here we go. I like when somebody disagree, but I completely agree with you. Not even agreeing with me. Okay. as long as I'm invested, it does not feel like obligation. Then sure, but there are some good women. Just venture out. Yes, Charles, I agree with that. I agree with you 100%. Everything you just said. There are some good women. You dudes have to be willing to. That's a good point. Just spread out spread their net further, and you'll find some really great women. That's a good point. Medellin is very, very beautiful place. Better than Cali. I could say that in regards to without a doubt. And I love Cali, but Medellin really is a beautiful, beautiful city. But I chose to buy a condo in Cali. Cali is also cheaper to live in. Absolutely correct. Statistically, Cali is 40% less than Medellin. Correct. And I gave a Cali stat, which I told I wouldn't talk about Cali, so I'm going to have to get in the habit of breaking the habit. Okay, so we're talking about, what part of Honduras? That's extremely interesting. Yeah, Medellin has a little cooler temperature. Yes, the city of eternal spring. We're going to try to make it down there this summer for the Flower Festival this August in Medellin. We've been to a lot of festivals, so we haven't been to the Flower Festival. Oh, his wife is Afro-Latina from that area. Don't even ask me to pronounce the name of the city. Ooh, let's try it. Te. Ooh, let me not even try. Because I would say ta. It would be ta. Taj. Taj. I'm done. Right now, Kevin is laughing. Andre, you are destroying the name of that city. Cali is so quiet. Was there last week? Whole city was dead, and I like that. I like that. I like that. I love when dudes come to Cali and say, "It's dead, man. I like Medellin better." Dead. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because 9 times out of 10, that means that you came and you didn't have anybody show you around the city, so you can actually see what all the city has to offer. Because there's a lot going on in Cali. We got more clubs, more bars, more restaurants, more all that the Medellin has. But most people don't know. Why? Because we ain't gonna show you. We want y'all to come here, be bored out your mind, and don't never come back. That's what we want. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We want y'all to literally do what Black Baby did, or Black Bobby, like Black Baby did. Come down to Cali, see that it's too quiet. Only be here for a few days and get the hell out. That's exactly what our plan is for you. No offense, but that's what our plan is. We ain't gonna show what? Man, me and the fellas had a ball last night. A ball. But we ain't showing y'all. That's not about to happen. Y'all can come down here and tear our city up. That's not about to happen. So when I meet up with you and I show you around, every guy that I showed around was like, man, this is the funnest time I've had since I've been to Colombia. And they've been to other cities. Dudes, one thing you will not be around me, you will not be bored. Okay. Please read my okay, there we go. Brothers are talking. I'm dipping. Let me scroll down some. If I miss your comment, guys, my apologies. I'm just trying to catch up with you guys. Shout out to Tone in the building. Shout out to Tone. Okay, gotta tap out, gotta go to work at 8 in the morning. I'm tapping out too, guys. I appreciate it. This is 3.5 hours, but it was really good, very informative. 60 people here left. Make sure that you click that like button on your way out. This weekend's topic, one of them is going to be about, so you want to tap in for this particular episode this Friday at 9 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock, you guys, 9 o'clock here, or 8:30. I'll probably do it at 8:30, so it'll be 9:30 at you guys' time. I'm going to talk about the tax breaks for expats. You know me, I probably have one or two other topics, but I want to talk about the tax breaks for expats. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the super chats. I appreciate your comments. I'm going to go back over the comments when I watch the video again, because there are at least another 100 comments I didn't get a chance to go to. I hope I hit everybody's super chat. I appreciate you. If I didn't get a chance to go hit it, blame it to my head, not my heart. Appreciate every one of you. Your girl Andrea should be back next week, next Thursday, for her channel, and she has a topic that she wants to go over with you guys. But I appreciate all that you guys have hanging in there with me for this 3.5. Salute to all you guys. Grego is so late. Just got back from Medellin. Like I said, I love Medellin. I think Medellin is beautiful. I can't wait. We haven't been there in about, it's gotta be like 3 years. Time flies by. It's been 3 years since we've been in Medellin. So we're excited about that. What's up? What's up? Felicia, say it loud for the people in the back, Andre. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Boom, having an amazing night, morning, everyone. Bruce says, have a good one. Just like, yeah, everybody has a great day. Monday, take off the tie. We're gonna have some good days. Mañana. All right. Great mañana. And I will speak to you guys later. Once again, my name is Andre of Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. Like I said, see you guys this Thursday with Andre, and I will see you guys this Friday. We're going to talk about expat tax breaks. It will amaze you. Talk to you later. I'm out of here. Let me be